Yeah.
tech.
And then yeah, I just have the slide off of it right now because I like rocking it in the Bravo concealment. Like it just fits better. So
Uh-huh.
like, but this doesn't can't have a light with it. So I just
Damn.
keep the light off and then I put it on at night. When
Hell
I'm
yeah.
carried because I don't need a light during the day unless I'm clearing through a fucking basement for some
Well,
reason.
dude, I read some shit of hold on, I had to mute the fucking live stream there. I was fucking hearing echoes. But yeah, most of the time, dude, you'll fucking like if you have to fucking draw, like there's gonna be some kind of ambient lighting and
Yeah.
shit. Like I can't remember. I read some statistics somewhere where it's like, yeah, a lot of it happens in low light, which I get. Yeah, you probably want a light for, but a lot of the time there'll be enough ambient light for you to get PID and shit.
Yeah, the only time you would really need it is like I guess my house would be a case, but even like if the moon's out, like it comes through the windows, like you can see enough, like, as
Mm-hmm.
long as your eyes are adjusted to now, what was it, 3 days ago? Bro, I was watching TV and I'm sitting on my couch, my phone's like on my kitchen island somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had set it there, and the power goes off. And there's no moon. And I'm telling you, because like my eyes weren't adjusted because I had the kitchen light on, my lamp, and the TV, and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, boom, and complete everything went dark, and I literally could not see a fucking thing. And I was literally bumping into shit, like literally Ray Charles in this shit,
Ray Charles,
trying to find
he's
my phone because I
returned.
because I have well, usually there's a flashlight behind the TV on the entertainment center, but that was somehow gone. And so I'm looking around and I cannot fucking see. My eyes haven't adjusted. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And it took me like probably 5 minutes to get and find my phone and the whole dude in the pitch black, fucking in the house by myself. I'm like, this is where a fucking demon gets me right now.
Swear I get got.
Yeah. But
Oh fuck yeah. We got homies in the chat.
well, yeah,
We got
man,
fucking our boy Isaac. We got
let me
Maddie W.
let me pull it up on the
But yeah, dude, I finally fucking was like, dude, I need to just bite the bullet, proverbially, and get the fucking red dot on the pistol. So pretty pumped.
yeah.
I have to like zero it and shit. So I literally just got the slide today, so I put that together this afternoon. And what slide do you have on yours?
I got a custom Noroso. The what was it? Um, it's the Noroso. Was it the the reptile? I think is what it's called, but it's Noroso, and there's a bunch of you can choose from. And then I just
Yeah,
got the um iron sights added on to it, and yeah, because like my thought process was like, yeah, I could send it in my regular slide, send it in, and
get it milled and whatever. I fucking
yeah,
yeah,
and whatnot, $200, whatever, and whatnot. But I'm like, I thought that like the look of the Glock Gen 3 slide is like pretty bland, and I'm like, if I'm gonna go all out, like, you know,
yeah. Get
fuck it,
something
might as
nice,
well, yeah, might as well get one that whatever. And I still have the other one just chilling there,
right?
and then yeah, I ended up getting that one, and it was just way easier. I just literally put in a whole order for the new slide for the stuff to mount the hollow sun, and then had them install the iron sights onto it. So
Fuck yeah, dude. I did irons. Yeah, I put. So I have. I think they're TreasureCon suppressor height ones that I just had. I don't know where the fuck I got them. I think they were like in my locker for like forever.
yeah,
uh, but it wasn't that bad to put them on. When I got my Dawson's on my first slide, like I took it in somewhere to get it done. Then I realized, oh, it's literally just a screw, and then you just need like a little sight pusher tool.
yep,
The tool is like $50, but whatever. Like now I've got it. Um, but yeah, mine's a Brownell slide. Um, pretty. It looks pretty like stock, which is fine. But it's got the fucking top ported John, and then it has front serrations, which I like.
I was gonna ask, do you have that? Is that slide milled for the 509T, or do you use the adapter, or not 509? You have the different one, but
It's an RMR footprint, so you can put
okay.
an RMR on it. You can put all the Hollisons that fit the RMR footprint without a plate. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I ended up just saying frick it, like full send. I mean, there's not many better optics because I wanted a dual emitter, and I'm like, there's not really much better optics than. I mean, there's you got Holosun like at the time 509T or well, what's the other brand that's even more expensive that I'm thinking of that's like Holosun's competitor, but they're a little bit better. Starts with an A. I can't.
Uh, Aim point.
No, it
No,
was like the exact specific. I can't remember, but I was like, instead, I don't want to run with the like adapter piece on it. So I'm like,
right.
I don't plan on getting a different optic anytime soon, and so I'm just gonna full send it and get this completely built for the 509T. But and then
Fuck yeah.
if I want to, I can always just go back to my regular slide. But
Right. Yeah, they're interchangeable. Um, we got questions right out the gate. Fucking Taven, 18-year-old, just graduated OSA, waiting for airborne. He wants to go to regiment. He's trying to decide if he wants to go to his unit and get more experience and a better PT score. Taven, just if you can get a fucking ranger contract in airborne school, I don't know if the recruiters go there anymore. Um, so if you can get a fucking option 40 in airborne school, get it. Because screw going to your unit first. Like that's plenty. Your PT score is just fine to go to RASP with 550 AC, say CFT, 38-minute, 5 mile, 66 hand release push-ups and max plank. Like you're chilling, bro. Um, if you can go to RASP, fuck going to your unit if you will actually want to be a ranger.
yeah, I'll add that I actually had an option 40 when I came in, and I was convincing myself that I should drop it and go to my regular unit to get more experience. Because I thought like, oh, surely to go into a special operations unit, like I need to be older, have more experience, but that's not the case, especially in regiment. Like your best bet is to go there, and that way you don't build bad qualities and bad stuff throughout your regular army experience or whatever. So if you can go there as soon as possible, like that's going to be the best chance that you have, not only making it, but also succeeding in it, because you'll be able to learn everything fresh start, not having any bad traits or stuff. So
Yeah. So bing bong. Let me put this on my fucking Instagram real quick. Beep beep beep. Beep beep boop boop. Yo, everyone in the chat, Joe's got fucking stories tonight. Someone was saying you're the funniest guy, most entertaining guys from the Danger Ranger podcast. So
yeah,
hell yeah, Will.
I got some wild stories about what's happening the past couple of months.
Bro, I can't fucking wait to hear the full story
Well, these
you were
people don't
telling me
even know
last
about
night.
someone trying to break into the house or got gunshots through my car. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Should
Joe's
honestly,
been
dude,
living dangerously.
with the amount of stuff I got, bro, should have just honestly made a trailer for this podcast.
We should have made a trailer, dude. But I was like, fuck it, we'll send it. We'll send it quick and live because uh yeah, it's been too long. Bing bong. Yeah, dude. Let's see if the fucking what's the chat saying. Taven says feet connoisseur Isaac's calling you out again, dude. You fucking
Dude.
feet licker.
Yeah. Why did I say I? No, well, that's because I did show my feet. I remember that.
Well, it was like you wanted to show your feet, and then someone else asked me to show my feet, and then I was fucking hammered. Um,
Yeah, that was also like the last like 10 minutes of the 4 hour podcast that we had done.
yeah, I
So,
know. It was like
and I
literally like
remember
there's like
that.
two guys on there, and it was like we already been like signing off, and they're like, "Wait, show us your feet," and I was like, "Fuck it, whatever." Um, how do you manage not lose running fitness during 11 Bravo O sits? Um,
Oh, you
you
get
you
way
get plenty of
faster.
it, brother.
Yeah, you get way faster, Mike. Like, dude, before when I was training up to like get a good 2 mile time, I was trying to get it to 13 minutes because that's what the max was before. And I was like 13:30 was my fastest I could get before I got in the military. And then
It's pretty good.
first time I run the 2 mile in basic, I think I ran like a 13:30. And then but that was because you go through uh what's a in processing station? I'm blanking right now.
30th AG.
30th AG, yeah.
Fuck
And
that place.
through all that shit, and then the next time I ran it, like 2 or 3 weeks later, they make you. I ran a 12:18, And then the next time I ran an 11 25. So because you're you're eating probably better than you are in your normal life, and also like you're getting smoked a decent bit, and you're running a lot and all that stuff throughout basic, more running than you would do in your normal life, more than likely. So you're gonna naturally get faster. You're gonna probably get weaker strength wise unless you've never worked out before, but your run time is actually going to improve a lot. Like mine went down 2 minutes in, what is that, 14 weeks at the time it was OSIT.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah, running is the last thing you need to worry about. I'd be more worried about your push-ups and your sit-ups suffering because
Yep.
you do a lot of that, but um, for whatever reason, despite doing fucking a billion push-ups every single fucking day, somehow they fucking end up suffering. Um,
But
so
honestly, surprisingly, like where I got the best at push-ups, I mean, I was always pretty good at push-ups, but was in Regiment by getting smoked from you guys and elevating,
you're welcome.
elevating your feet, elevating your feet and doing push-ups that way, bro. That will get you way better at push-ups than normal push-ups. I promise. Like,
Facts.
like, yeah, elevating your feet. It's just, yeah.
Oh man, we need to get Bob on here, dude. I told him he needs to come on. He's like, you just got to give me enough forewarning because he fucking works a real person job. So
And he's got a kid.
he's got a kid now. Shoemate's probably gonna be sad that we did one without him, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We
Well,
could always I could always send him the link, be like, yo,
you hop on.
hop on. Oh, do you guys see the Florida deputy that started shooting at his car when the acorn dropped on it? I've seen the memes about it. I haven't seen the actual video yet. Um, Classic cop moment, though. We'll just say that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like a dude handcuffed in the back. I think from what I remember, if I recall correctly, and chat can correct me here, but he had his the subject detained in the back of his car, and he started fucking shooting at the guy because he thought he started shooting at him, but it was just an acorn dropping, and I think he killed the guy. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yep. Nice.
damn,
That
fucking dickhead.
family's gonna get a nice lawsuit.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Lawsuit printer goes fucking burr.
Yeah.
Do you see those
Yo, have
fucking
you seen that video? Go
Which
ahead.
one? I was gonna
No.
ask if you've seen those like shorts of like fucking people like having interactions with law enforcement and then the cops doing something fucking dumb and it's just like, damn.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember watching one couple weeks ago. I know it was older, but the cops are trying to get this dude's uh blood test back to see I don't know if it was his blood alcohol level or whatever. And they were like forcing the nurse, like telling her, like, hey, you need to give it to us. And she's like, you guys don't have a warrant. No, that's HIPAA. Like, and they
Yeah.
literally arrested her. And
Oh, dude. Oh, that'd be dope.
she ended up getting like 500K in a lawsuit
Oh
from,
my god.
which like she was right. They didn't have a warrant, which also it wouldn't take that hard long to get a warrant from them. And instead they were trying to literally get her to commit HIPAA. Like,
Yeah, it's like dumb. Dude, fucking cops,
um,
bro.
no, I was gonna ask if you've seen any more videos about the Kansas City Chiefs parade, dude.
I saw I think it was like helicopter footage or some shit. It was like from an aerial view or like just a top down view. It wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't like super elevated, but of the guy like jump like bystanders jumping on the guy.
Yeah.
Um Pretty based.
Well, dude, here's the thing, bro. I looked at because I heard about it, like I saw on Twitter, like NFL had pushed out a statement, and that's like right when like the news started pushing it about what had happened, and then
Mhm.
Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, had tweeted like praying for Kansas City Chiefs. And if you look at all the comments, dude, it is literally every single comment is we need better gun reform, better gun control, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, you guys, like, I don't know why this topic is still a thing, why people think that gun reform is the biggest issue with when it comes to all these mass shootings. Like,
Yeah.
no one actually understands that it's not the gun reform and shit, and there's only so much you can do with it. Like, it's not to that, it's the fact that people need to be more educated and more people need to carry. Like, if every single person had a gun and carried and was competent at shooting, I guarantee there'd be less mass shootings and less criminals. And if there was mass shootings, which there still will be because people are shitbags, like they're not going to be able to injure 23 plus people because the moment someone shoots, the nearest person hopefully pulls out their gun and blasts the dude. Like if everybody
Yeah.
carries a gun, that's how you counteract it. Because they're shit people. They're gonna get guns. They're gonna do whatever. Like there's always bad people. So the way you counteract it is with the same amount of force, but with more people.
Yeah. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple as, but people are retarded, so
Yeah.
I get why it's still a thing because people are stupid.
Yeah.
uh, so apparently the guy said that so disaster, the Ranger meme page, said that the deputy was an 11 Alpha West Pointer, who is also an SF guy. Okay. Um, he claimed to be an SF officer and a West Pointer with 2 tours to Afghanistan under his belt. However, his actions make me doubt that he had actually was an SF fucking group. I doubt that he would have reacted the same way. He
Bro,
sounds like
he
a
knows,
little bitch.
bro, he's got PTSD, bro.
Dude, he's got the fucking PTSD, dude. He's got the spicy memories.
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
unless old boy was at fucking Korengal for fucking his entire time during the fucking
dude,
shitstorm.
even then, bro.
Yeah, no. I mean, dude, it's fun. It's even like here, bro. Like yesterday, I was taking my test here, right in this exact thing, and I'm right by the window right here.
Mhm.
And probably for 30 minutes, people are shooting off their guns, like probably down the hill, whatever. And the first time I just heard, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Like I always, it's so funny because it's like it happens so regularly here. Like every other day, someone is shooting their guns, whatever.
Well, can't you shoot in your backyard if you wanted to?
I mean, technically, yeah, but where I'm at, like there's not really a good area to shoot that like I shoot here, my neighbors are there. I can't shoot here because there's the road that goes by that people drive.
Right.
So the only way I could go is like behind here, but there's a downhill and the houses are down there. So I could
Mm,
technically shoot there, but there's not really like my drive. I mean, you've been to my house. There's not really like a good area because it's so hilly in elevation. There's not really like a good area to practice shooting. I mean, I
makes
could in
sense.
my driveway maybe, but
Sounds like a lot of work.
yeah.
Just go up into the Lanaga, just timing around when a ranger platoon is out there. They'll blend right in with an ambush.
Yeah, I know, kid.
In regards to the Casey shooting, it sounds like it was 2 juveniles that were having a personal dispute. So probably just gang members. Yeah, dude, fucking everyone wants to talk about gun reform, but no one wants to talk about fucking gang reform. Like actually fucking fixing that
I,
shit.
I thought it was three people. I was tracking it was because of a gang issue, but I thought it was three people, not two. But
I think it was just 2. That's all.
okay,
I never saw anywhere that said 3.
yeah, they probably saw each other at the parade and like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing
Yeah.
here? And
Well,
then
everyone wants to talk about mass shootings, but did you hear about the one? It was at a church,
yeah,
and it was a fucking tranny, Hispanic tranny, demonetized. Anyways, but no one wants to fucking talk about that one because that one got stopped by fucking bystanders, and it was not a fucking white male. So
yeah,
everyone wants to fucking parade around fucking mass shootings until it's someone that doesn't meet their preconceived notions of what mass shooters are.
yeah, no,
Big gay dude. I've been fucking with my kit a bunch. Like I fucking have like just because all my kit was like whatever, just set up for like flat range. Like, oh, I just need to carry mags. And I finally have been like, all right, with all this shit that's fucking going on, I need to have this shit ready to fucking rock and roll, dude. So back panel, I'm gonna do another vid. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on it because I have a video about kit setup, but my shit wasn't very set up at the time. So I've got like fucking my back panel on. I got some IWA bangers, some civilian legal like flashbangs and smokes coming in. Put some signaling capabilities. Put one of my radios on there. Like shit's fucking legit now. Got
my
my Hooli tool,
you got a little fucking tool in your shit.
dude. I got one of the collapsible ones, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. My shit's right in my room. I got mine's like kind of jerry rigged a little bit, dude, but it actually works out perfectly because I was just testing around with shit. But I took the side um um the side plate carrier holders from my IOTV. I put them on my Cry JPC because they're a little bit more cushion, like
Hmm.
or a little bit bigger. so it kind of keeps it together. And then I just got the three um what is it, Spiritus? Yeah. Across right here, I got my Cry inner emitter radio, and then I got that back panel to put
What
like
back panel do you have? Do you have the like the
here.
turtle shell?
Oh,
Just go grab it, dude. I might have to go grab mine. Kit it up on the live stream, dude. Fucking ready.
actually, I'd taken them off actually of this because the last time I wore this thing was at JRTC. Well, I didn't wear this at JRTC. I had to wear the out TV per Brigade Sergeant Major or whatever because this isn't technically authorized.
Right, because they're gay.
Yeah, so I just got. Hold on, let's see if I can fucking do this shit.
Why do you have gloves in your mag pouches?
Huh?
Why do you
Bro,
have
the fuck you mean? PCCs, PCIs, brother. I gotta wear my safety gear, bro. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, no, but why is there no mags in it?
Because all my 30 mags are loaded in my nightstand over there. So I got,
Why don't you have some on your kit?
yeah, I don't know. Good question. I mean, dude, all my army shit's everywhere, bro. Like, if you could see this room, it is atrocious. But yeah, I just got,
You need a ready room, bro.
well,
Like
bro,
I've got.
this is my ready room. It's a small my other spare bedroom, and it's all in the closet. But yeah, no, I just got this, the back panel. Hold on. My pride pouch is out.
Oh, it's just the Molly one.
Yeah, the one that zips on the side.
Yep, yeah. I mean they all zip on that side,
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, well, fuck you. Whatever. And then the only thing I don't like, do I need to find a uh a better camelback. Um
You have I have like the one that's built for the back panel.
that's what I need. That's what I need to get. Because like the one I got, it's like I think it's the one I got from they issued, honestly. I just decided to use that one. And that one's like not horrible, but I need to get one that's like smaller. I don't need as much water as the fucking normal size. And I need something that's skinnier because once I get that shit in, like the Velcro straps that like wrap on over it always end up like kind of coming loose and shit. But
Yeah. Will Collins asked, how long were you in 175? You were there for like
uh
four? It was like 4 years.
yeah,
It was
October
October of 17.
to May of 2021.
So yeah, 4 years, just about. Almost 4 years. Like
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Three and some change, yeah, whatever. Or three. Well, I guess I was 9 months, so 4.5 years minus 9 months would be like 3 years and like 9 months, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then I've been in the guard from May of 2020 until I'll get out in May of 2025.
You fucking psycho. I can't believe you re-enlisted.
So what will that be? Fucking oh, eight and a half? No, dude, how long? From January 2nd of 2017 to May 15th of 2025.
That's over 8 years.
Yeah.
Damn. Got more time than me. You're gonna have more time than me.
I wouldn't really count.
Unless you die in Ukraine.
I wouldn't really count the guard as like yeah, okay, I've been in the guard for 3.5 years, but I wouldn't count 3.5 years in the guard is like I've probably done a total of like maybe like 90 days of drill.
Actual guard. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and honestly, a third of it was JRTC for 30 something days.
Fuck that place, bro.
Dude, that place is actually
We're not talking about JRTC today though. We already got the loadout on that. If
fuck that place.
you
Yeah.
missed it, go back and watch the fucking live streams from before. Oh, I feel like I got to go get my kit.
You can. I'll answer some questions.
Okay.
Jim said go to RASP at 18 or SFAS at 20. Um, so I was 19, and I did think about doing 18 rate contract. And like I said, I didn't pick an option 40. But I would say that RASP is better. typically most of the guys, I mean, you have the statistically you have the best chance at making it through SFAS as like a new person in the military, like a new guy, just because you don't have those bad habits and stuff and you're eager to learn. Um, but the pipeline's a lot longer, and I would just say going through RASP, you know, it's more of a young man's game in RASP, and a lot of people will go to SFAS after they do some time in RASP. So I think going to RASP would be better just because, you know, typically the culture with SFAS is a little bit older guys, not always the case, but with RASP you get the infantry like kind of lifestyle where you're in a team, squad, platoon size level, and you really get to understand the fundamentals and just how an actual infantry unit works, but at a higher level in regiment. And then, you can go do SFAS down the road if that's kind of what you deem. But it all kind of depends on what you want to do as well. But I think for a younger guy, RAS would be the better move.
I will second that. We talked about this before, but a lot of guys will go through though if they pass, SFAS, like the actual selection part. A lot of them get dropped later on in the Q course during SUT, small unit training or small unit tactics rather, because they don't have the experience of someone who's been in ranger school or been in regiment, just basic fucking battle drills, infantry battle drills. So,
And
um,
one more thing, and if you're like gunk, a thing about SFS that I would dissuade you from if you're coming into the military. Um, Most of the times, guys don't know how long they want to be in, and it's all through experience, right? Sometimes you may get in, go do a 3-year contract, say, "Fuck this shit, I'm done," or you may want to do 20 after you've been in for a while. But with SFAS, the pipeline's a lot longer, a lot more training, and the last thing you want to do is spend 2 years through a whole pipeline to make it, and then you're like, dude, like your contract's about to end, and you're like, shit, all I've done is training. I haven't actually even done, you know, any deployments or anything like that. And so RASP, if you aren't sure if you're gonna do 3 year or 4 years, or if you want to do 20, whatever the shit may be, like it's a lot shorter. It's short and sweet, quick to the point. You get into your unit, and then you can be deployed within, depending on when you get there,
literally weeks.
or a day, literally.
Whoa, wait, was it only a day in
It was
2020
his,
or
it was his second day.
oh my God. I thought it was like at least a week.
No, it was his second day. So yeah, it could. Yeah, and so that way, I mean, you can go do your 3, 4.5 years, whatever it may be, and actually get the full experience. And then if you want to go to further adventures with SFAs, you can. But I wouldn't want to spend 2 out of my 4 years or 2 out of my 3-year contract, my first contract, like training, and then be like, I really don't want to do this shit, and then get
Yeah.
out.
Well, you gotta also too. So I was talking with one of my homies. His name is also Zach. Might try and bring him on the fucking podcast. So but he's like, yeah, I'm joining. He's going to MEPS the following week. And I was like, why SF? Because he was getting an 18 X-ray. I'm like, why are you doing SF instead of Ranger? And he's like, I just like the mission set more. It's like, so research the mission set. Like, if you want to do fucking unconventional warfare, like that's an SF job. If you want to do conventional fucking direct action shit, go Ranger. Like, heavily research the mission set before you pick one. Cause if you do want to do SF, like do it, bro. Like fucking send it. Like if that's what you really, really want to do, then there's no reason for you to go to regiment first. Like
Yeah.
if you know that you're gonna do multiple reenlistments or multiple contracts in SF, like go try it out. Worst comes to worst, like you fucking go take the long walk and go do fucking Delta, Delta or fucking TFO or something else that's a little bit more high speed. And that's the other thing too, is like if you go to regiment first and then you go to SF, it's more of a lateral move. Like people will argue the tier structure or fucking till their faces are blue, but generally like they're considered like about the same, right? So going to SF, like it's cool, different mission set, pretty much the same gear, but you're not like tier 1. So take that into consideration. How hard is it to pick up sergeant in bat? So it used to be kind of difficult until they started auto promoting. So They recently started going along with the rest of the Army when it comes to like time and service and time and grade. And after about 2 years of being a specialist, you will auto promote to sergeant. Uh, Controversial move because a lot of the guys, formerly how it would work is you'd spend a long ass time as a fucking corporal and a fucking specialist before you ever got the chance to pick up sergeant. But nowadays it's happening a little bit quicker, so it's not as hard as it used to be.
Yeah, and I don't know too. I don't know if they do it in active anymore like they do in the guard, but I know like now the guard you don't do boards or any shit like that. It's literally your board is them looking at your fucking promotion points and all that shit, and they're like, oh yeah, you're on the EPS list. Congratulations, you're fucking promoted, accept it or not.
Congrats.
So
Oh yeah, everyone give congratulations to our boy here. He picked up E6.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
how he knows.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, even like I was so confused the first time, which I denied it back in March of last year. I literally got a tech or an email saying, "Hey, you're selected for promotion to come to this company. Congratulations, you can choose to accept or not." I'm like, "Bro, I haven't done no boards or anything." They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, no, you don't have to do boards or anything. Like, that's not a thing anymore. You literally just get promoted, and then all you have to do is ALC or BLC or whatever it may be." And I'm like, so I don't know if active they've changed it at all. I would assume they still stick with boards. Like that would make sense, but
I think they do. I think you
yeah.
still have to do a board. Um, were y'all both great shooters in 175? If so, who's better? I was better. Sorry, Joe.
No,
It's
it's a
just it's
fact.
just facts.
Yeah, no.
You're not a bad shot though.
I'm not a I was an average shooter at best. I wasn't a phenomenal shooter, but I was all right, I would say. But me being all right is probably better than most people that
Right.
are. But there is a lot of, I mean, just because you're in a military or special operations, there's a lot of people out there that are really good shots that
Yeah.
have any military experience. So, um,
I
but
would say I wasn't the best in the platoon, but I was up there. We would do like some days we'd do like little fucking mini competitions on the range. I remember I did one a couple pistol ones, but that's also because I shot competitions like on the weekends and shit.
I,
Um,
what I remember, one of the thing I still remember about you, dude, when um we were at the Saginaw range to qual, and that was like when I had first became a saw gunner,
mhm.
and you were doing like the CQB qual, and I'm standing behind you, kind of watching, and I don't remember. You had like a click no bang or whatever shit, and dude, you dropped to a knee, fixed that shit within like 3 seconds, and stood back up and started shooting, and I was like, holy fuck! I was like, Jesus Christ, fix that shit quick as hell. I was like, okay, all right. I remember that distinctly, and I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, you were a good shot, but you're also very like knowledgeable with like just overall like
Oh,
what.
you can diagnose like once you get good, like you can diagnose what kind of malfunction you have based on how the fucking you know how the shit fucking feels, right? Like you can feel if you have a fucking link caught. You can feel if if it was just like a fucking click no bang, like it didn't feed or something. Like once you get good, like across any weapons platform too, like you can once you start, being around weapons, shooting them a lot, you can figure out what the fuck is going on. You can tell a double feed versus a fucking uh like a failure to ejection, for example. Like just once you spend time behind a certain weapons platform, like you can tell, and you don't have to do necessarily the fucking tap rock bang. If I know I got a fucking double feed, I'm not gonna tap rack bang because that's fucking retarded, right? Like I'm gonna fucking drop the mag and fucking clear it, fucking
Yeah.
finger fuck the mag well, like easy. So, what are the requirements to join RRC? That's a good question, Wavy Bar. I am not sure because I have not tried out for RRC. It's very arduous. It's styled after the Delta Force selection, so there's a lot of land nav, there's a lot of walking, and you do a fucking big ass ruck at the end. And I don't know what they're looking for. Obviously, you have to pass the basic fucking PT test to get in, and you have to be coming from Ranger Regiment. So you can't like Delta Force. You can come from the fucking Navy, but you can't come from the Navy and do RRC. So, um, SF, can we start asking RMIB questions? Dude, there's always motherfuckers trying to learn about RMIB. We don't know about RMIB, Maddie. I'm sorry, brother. We were a fucking line company. I worked with a few RMIB cats on one of my deployments, but I didn't ever fucking make friends with them, so I don't really know a whole lot about them. Um, and I don't know a whole lot of guys that are or from currently in or have left RMIB. So it's going to be hard finding one to get on a podcast. So I guess I better go start trawling LinkedIn because I'm sure there's a few cats out there on there.
Yeah, there was one guy that I know of, and I can't remember his name, but I saw him like probably like the last year when I was in regiment, like for some training event or some shit. Up at 375. I can't remember his name, but that's the only dude that I know. So, and I haven't
Yeah.
talked to him since. Yeah.
Yeah. SF bumps you up to E5 after Q course. How is it ranking up in regiment like? We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, Wavy Bar. But it's outside of like, getting to E5, you have to go to Ranger School first before you hold any kind of real leadership position on the line. If you don't pass Ranger School, they're going to move you. They're going to either RFS you if they don't like you, or they're going to be nice and they're going to fucking like move you to the arms room or supply. Because there's a few guys like our homie, I'm not going to say his name because he's very, very much concerned about his presence online. I would love to have him on the podcast, but I'll have to wear like a fucking shiesty the whole time and
I
use a
know who
voice
you're talking
changer.
about.
You know who I'm talking about though. But he
Yeah.
went to Ranger School a few times, couldn't pass it. But this dude was the most solid dude, fucking greatest guy ever. And he wrote out his time in the arms room. Was the homie in the arms room. Loved guns. Made sure the boys were squared away. Made sure the arms room was running great. But yeah, you have to go to Ranger School before you hold any kind of leadership position and typically rank up. So you can be a specialist untabbed, but typically you're going to go to Ranger School before you auto promote to specialist.
Yeah, I think
So
I would say it's roughly, I mean, it's kind of the same timeline as like a regular army. However, you don't just get promoted just like that to fill a slot. Like you got to be shit hot, squared away. If you're gonna get promoted early, like you're gonna have to be shit hot, squared away, like a solid dude that people actually trust. Otherwise, you could be a specialist tab for fucking 3 years until you prove to them that like you're ready to take a leadership position.
well, until they auto promote you though.
Yeah, I guess nowadays, yeah.
Nowadays, it used to be like you had to, yeah, like be around, do at least a year minimum of gun team leader time.
Yeah.
Sometimes more. Sometimes it was like 2 or 3 years. There was dudes that were fucking gun leaders forever when I was there before they got E5. How do I prep my legs endurance wise for the worm and the amount of time you run during rasp? Run more. That's about it. Squats, I would say like outside, dude. This one's such a tricky one because it's like there's nothing that can prepare you for the worm or for the amount of running except for doing cardio, and your legs are just going to adapt slowly. By the time you
Well,
get there though, you should be fine, bro.
well, the worm isn't gonna fuck up your legs, at least
No,
from my
it's going to fuck
experience.
your shoulders up.
Fuck your shoulders. Yeah, fuck your like you're not doing any squats with it. At least from what I remember. I didn't hardly do any squats. I did a lot of right shoulder, left shoulder, like type of stuff. Um, but if you want to prep your legs, like, I wouldn't say go for powerlifting squats, type of like that. I'd
I
go
mean, you
for,
can do it because it's good for bone density and
oh
stuff. It'll
yeah.
help. It's good for injury prevention. But like, I didn't do a whole lot of fucking powerlifting before I got in. I didn't do a whole lot of fucking squats. I think my max squat was like maybe 225. Like, and I didn't go hard on it. I did come from a track background though, so I was doing a lot of running prior to and like shin conditioning, like all that shit.
Yeah.
But any kind of high school sport is gonna get your body prepared for what
Yeah.
you're going to be doing,
But
plus a little
and
bit extra running.
and running, like you got to remember too, like, the bigger and more like heavier your legs are, like, those shits will turn to bricks pretty fucking quickly when
Yeah.
you start running. So, not saying that you can't have big legs, but like, you need to have endurance legs. So, I would say doing a lot of like, you know, body weight squats, a lot of like squats with lightweight, like high rep volume, to kind of get them into that endurance stage and almost like, I guess, lean out your legs in a sense. Like, you don't want to have massive tree trunks. Granted, people have
People
massive
do, but then but they're on a program that's designed to
yeah.
get them there, which you'll get that at Regiment. Like at that level, they're like, all right, cool. Here's how we're going to make you strong as fuck and be able to run and ruck without fucking burning out. People are doing like that hybrid athlete shit nowadays where it's like, oh, I'm going to go run a marathon and then fucking squat 400 pounds, which is like fucking badass, but you're not going to be able to do that right out the gate. And you don't need to be able to do that for RASP. So focus on the running. I'm going to plug my buddy's course. Pierce's fucking Ranger Blueprint course has fucking tons of success stories. He's been on the podcast before, so go watch it. Go follow the Ranger Blueprint on Instagram. And he's going to teach you everything you need to know about running and fucking RAS prep in there. Mindset, how to prep cardio wise, how to prep push up wise. It's going to tell you everything you need to know from a guy who's been there. So, and he's like actually like super into the sports, like the exercise world when it comes to like optimizing your training and not just fucking being retarded and just, oh, I'm just going to run a lot. So go check that out. Do you think a Grandmaster in USPSA can outshoot 90% of the people in Regiment? Yeah, definitely. Grandmasters are fucking crazy. At pistol, if you put them on a fucking 240 and you fucking put them up against a gunner who's been doing it for a while, yeah, he's going to fucking outshoot him on the machine gun, obviously. But yeah, a Grandmaster in USPSA would crush the majority of people. Whoever runs the RASP Instagram page deserves a huge raise. Yeah, that thing is fucking lit.
I was just talking about that.
Well, they're really fucking putting the marketing up there, dude. I love it.
I was just talking to my mom actually today because she's like asking me what I'm gonna do, and I told her about the podcast and stuff, and and I kind of told her, I said, yeah, talking to guys, not everybody obviously here is planning on going to RASP or whatever stuff, but a lot of people want to learn about what it takes and all the days, typical day in life, and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, the more I think about it, it would have been nice to have something like this when I was like coming in. And I'm sure for you, I was like, I had one video that I could look up to see what it was. And it was that video I talked about in our podcast, the one with Porter, the RAS video
Yeah.
from like 2013. And it was like an hour long, but it like really skipped a lot. It went from like first, or it skipped the first week and went straight to Coal Range. They didn't even
Yep.
show the first week. I didn't even know what the hell I was gonna do the
The
first
first
weekend.
week, the first week is almost worse than Coal Range.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything because they just skipped it straight to that. And I was like, oh, I only got to do 5 days and then that's it. Whatever. So I had no knowledge at all. So yeah.
Well, they've changed it now. Now it's the third week, which is
Yeah.
interesting. So I need to talk to someone who's been there recently and get a little bit more info on it. But real quick before I fucking forget, we can do a little quick spin around the kit. Take my headphones off. Bing bong. We turn on a light. Got a new webcam too, so it looks cooler.
Double tourniquets. Yes,
Double
sir.
tourniquets, 7 mags, double mag pouches on the side. We've got a 100-round saw pouch, which currently there is a pen flare kit for signaling as a leadership or in a leadership position. You need to know you need to be able to fucking communicate verbally, non-verbally with your fucking maneuver elements, right? So flare kit. I'm gonna have smoke grenades in here once they show up from IWA. Push to talk. This is a fucking U94. This thing's actually fucking sick. I only have one of them because most of the guys you're used to like the regular square ones, Joe, or like the tan.
Yep.
The tan one for the ops core. As we turn, we've got hooligan tool in the back. There's a wire cutter in the fucking center pouch. And then there's some fucking fast rope gloves in there. And then over here we got a radio, which is a Baofeng. For now, I'm gonna get a high tier because Baofeng is fucking shit. I just have it there kind of as a placeholder. The antenna is a cable antenna that's routed through the back of the actual plate carrier underneath the back panel. There's a blacked out American flag because that's fucking cool. Banger pouch up top, which is gonna have one of the IWA bangers. Trying to think what else. I was talking shit on my fucking Instagram.
Got some batteries in there and
well, it's gonna be batteries, and then I have fucking just a little thing of S17. As a fucking, the E and the pace plan kind of thing. But and then I'm probably gonna make my own side plate pouches because I can do that. So I need to put the side plate pouches on. and then the fucking all the cables for the push to talk and shit are routed through the shoulder strap. And yeah, that's about it. But the Blue Force Gear 10 speed triple mag pouch for just kind of whatever. If I got to throw an extra mag in there, or if I'm like using the signaling kit, like I can just fucking throw it in there instead of putting it back in the pouch. I'm wearing the belt too, but it's a little low for showing on the stream here. But I'm gonna do a fucking full overview of the kit here on the channel because it's sick and it's fucking heavy.
Dude, dude, you know what's funny about that VS 17 panel you showed me?
Mhm.
So I remember as a private, like very early on, it was like right before Squad Live Fire, you guys showed me how to make Flaming Rocks, Ninja Stars, all that shit. Bro, it was like a training event last year where a bunch of my Joes who were all E4s and have been in the guard for like 3, 4 years. I was like, hey, yeah, let me get like 2 Flaming Rocks, let me get 2 Ninja Stars, whatever. And they're like,
They're probably like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
what? And I was like, what do you mean, what? They're like, what are those? It's like, you guys never been taught how to make this shit? They're like, no. I went over a couple of the other team leaders. I'm like, you guys know how to make this shit? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh my God, everybody get the fuck over here. Class time. I was like, holy shit. Like, how the actual hell do you guys not know how to make any of this stuff? I'm like, what
All
the fuck?
right, it's time for arts and crafts, bitches. You gonna
Hmm.
learn today.
Yeah, seriously. I should just take them a fucking, I don't even know, but yeah. That shit. That
All right,
shit.
I'm gonna dump this kit. I'm gonna get a fucking another fucking little drink ski, and then we're gonna answer the rest of the questions. Jonathan Gonzalez, we're gonna answer up to you, and then we're gonna fucking talk about Joe's fucking crazy life because that's why everyone's here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
One
answer
sec.
your questions.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your experience with imports from Big Army? Currently 11 Bravo specialist trying to go to RASP. Had a couple guys come from the Big Army. They were all about E5s. From like 82nd and stuff. A lot of them had their Ranger tabs already. Um, I would say, the biggest thing with coming from the regular army is understanding that just because you've been in the army for however many years, doesn't necessarily mean that you know shit. So, yeah, you could have been in the army for 5 years and have a deployment with 82nd and a Ranger tab and stuff, but you come to regiment and I promise you that there are fucking privates that probably know more shit than you do. So come in there as a fresh almost mindset of a private, ready to fucking learn, eager to learn. Don't act like you're better than anybody else. Don't act like you're better than the Joes. And definitely don't think that you're equal to all the other team leaders that have been in there because team leader in
That's a
regiment,
quick way to get fucking hated.
yeah, a team leader that's been in regiment for I don't know, let's say 6 years, and an E5 that's been in the big army for 6 years, there's a drastic fucking difference. Not saying that people in the regular army are stupid, but we get better training, right? We have more money to spend on fucking
It's more
better training.
job applicable too because we're doing a different job.
Yeah. So, coming with a whole fresh mindset, like you're a private ready to fucking learn, show people that you're fucking you're willing to learn and ready to listen, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, yeah, JK, you'll be chill as long you're a specialist. I mean, hopefully you can fucking get there before you hit E5 because it's tough going to RASP as an untapped E5.
I'm gonna grab
Um,
a drink, so
yeah, yeah, go for it. I'll start answering the rest of them. DS, have you all had fights in 175, like competition or anything personal? Stupid shit involved? Oh, yeah, bro. That shit's fucking maybe not as much now, but it used to be a fucking big thing where you were private and they're like, hey, you're going to go fight this other private from another squad. Like you guys are out at the range, fucking waiting for night to fall, or you guys are fucking taking a break, and the team leaders are going to start fucking getting together and fucking starting shit. And be like, oh, fucking, hey, fucking VanHeel, go fight this guy in the other squad. And the other guys, you have to fight him. So there's shit like that happens. Uh, we've talked ad nauseum about fucking fight stories. So you can hear the details in earlier episodes, but like I fucking split my head open during a fight. It was completely consensual. It was a friendly fight. Um, Joe's got some fucking funny stories from JRTC of some private fights. It does happen. I don't know about as much anymore.
yeah,
Uh, and it's
it's
rare
kind
that it's ever like actual fucking like people are mad at each other. Usually it's like somewhat friendly, or you guys are like friendly talking shit, and then you decide to fight, and then it happens. So it's never like fuck you. It's never like I'm gonna kill you kind of thing. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna beat the fuck out of you or submit you or whatever. Um, what advice would you give going into bat as prior service? I mean, you kind of talked about that, Joe.
Yeah, I would just say it's the same
It
thing
kind of
as
goes.
coming in from the big army. No matter where you came from, yeah, you can utilize your past experience and your prior service and stuff, to your advantage. But come in there with a fresh mind, ready, eager to learn, and ultimately be humble. Don't act like you're better than anyone there just because you've had maybe more time in service than them. Because you're learning a whole new different type of job to an extent, and people don't like the new guy that comes in and acts like he's hot shit. You'll get put in your place by someone that is of equal rank or fucking above you if it comes to it.
Or lower than you, honestly. Like
Yeah.
fucking a tab spec 4 and you're fucking running your mouth as a fucking E5. Well, maybe not as an E5 because they'll still respect the rank, but
No, they'll just pass the
they're
word
not going to
up.
respect you. They'll pass the word up, and then the other team leaders are going to take care of it.
Yeah.
Think I can still pass RASP at 30 on prior 11 Bravo. Been out for a few years. Yeah, as long as you didn't get fat, Jonathan. As long as you kept your fucking runtime up, as long as you can pass the 5 mile and the rest of the physical standards,
I had two,
there's no
two
reason you can't.
I had two 35-year-olds go through my RAS class, and one of them was running a 32-minute 5 mile and was a fucking crazy athlete. So yeah, you can do it at 35. Now, how long can you live that lifestyle for once you get in a regiment? I don't fucking know.
Who
But
knows?
yeah, especially at 35. Phew. But yeah.
Last one, and then Joe's fucking launching into his shit. What advice would you give to a 32-year-old ex-pro hockey player going to SF? Good or bad idea? Do you guys offer mentorship? I think it's a good idea. I mean, you're never. I mean, you are. There is some point where you're going to be too old to physically chase your dreams. But I think you should do it. I mean, there's no reason not to. Like, at least give it a shot. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting on your fucking front stoop when you're fucking 80 years old, kicking yourself in the ass because you didn't try out for SF when you could. So definitely do it. Hockey background, that's a good sport to kind of come from, at least for the mindset, because it's a very aggressive sport. So you'll fit in.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't have any like bad injuries or surgeries or like fucking metal shit in your body that you might need a waiver for, and as long as you can pass the physical requirements, man, like that's fucking do it, bro. Worst comes to worst, you fucking pick up an option 40 contract if they wash you out of SFAS. So I don't offer mentorship right now. I do offer one-on-one coaching calls in my typical. If you go back through my channel and look through the descriptions of some of my older videos, you can find the link to book one. I do charge for them because otherwise I'd have a bunch of fucking people just wasting my time. So there's a little bit of a barrier to entry just to kind of weed out the people that aren't serious, that want to just fucking ask me the same shit that you can find with a Google search, right? So if you're serious about it, go fucking find my Calendly link. I don't have it handy right now, otherwise I'd drop it in chat. But it should be easy to find, and we can talk more one-on-one there. And then as far as programming goes, if you were here earlier, the Ranger Blueprint, it works for Ranger Regiment and it works for just about any other kind of ruck-based selection as well. So that's another option for you. And that community is great. Like, I haven't been as active in the Discord over there as of late, but Pierce is a solid guy. He knows what he's doing. So we've got a lot of fucking guys that have gone through that program that have graduated RASP. And there are some SF guys in there as well. So, all right, Joe. I want to hear the fucking story of you almost fucking shooting someone again. So
Okay. All right.
we'll
Yeah,
start
yeah.
with that.
We'll start with that story. Yeah. Have I even told you about
Yeah,
it?
you told me. Yeah, you told me because I was like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let's save it for the podcast. I'm like, Joe, just fucking tell me, bro.
Yeah. So when was it? It was in December. Yeah, it was in December. So we had left like Friday morning.
You and your girlfriend,
Yep, fiance.
fiance. All right, right.
Fiance. Yeah, for y'all who don't know, I got engaged like 3 weeks ago. So, and I met her when I on Tinder when I was in processing coming to Regiment back in 2017, and we finally got engaged. So yeah. But anyways, we were going down to her friend's wedding down at Jekyll Island. So it was like 6 hours away. So we left Friday morning, come back like 5 o'clock. We get back to the house around 5 o'clock. And so I got like an outer little small fenced area for our dog, and a little gate. And then you would walk up through the porch, which our deck wraps all the way around the house. Um, and we get to the house and the gate's open, which usually we keep the gate closed because of her. And so that was kind of strange. But anyways, we get into the house, and mind you, to give you a little backstory, it'd been raining all day. It was about like 35 degrees, so pretty cold, pretty windy, you know. Um, get everything loaded into the house from the car, and for some reason, I decided to lock the door. I usually don't lock the door until I go to take my dog out last time before bed. Um, but I did just randomly. And so I'm sitting there watching the football game. Probably 30 minutes goes by. I don't have the outside lights turned on yet to the porch, or anything like that yet, and all the blinds are closed, or the curtains, I guess, are all closed, whatever, so I can't see outside. And all of a sudden I'm
For
sitting there.
real quick, Joe. So for everyone, I don't. Did you explain the deck? Like it's like elevated. So your house is like on stilts.
Yeah.
So you live
Yes.
on the top floor, and there's like a deck that wraps around it with stairs leading up to it.
Yeah, yeah. So walk up a couple steps and then you turn right and you start walking up some more steps, and then you walk across the deck, which comes to our main door, and then it goes all the way around the house. And we got sensored lights on the deck posts as well. So like as you're walking, it kind of lights up. Um, but like you can hear when someone starts walking on it, because one, we're in the mountains, it's pretty quiet, and you can see the lights, and especially from our bedroom, which is like right by where you turn right and start walking up, like you can hear it very distinctly because the boards are not that great. They're old lumber and stuff. So but yeah, my girl's in the bathroom like unpacking her stuff, and I'm sitting there watching the game, and all of a sudden, like I hear someone start walking up the deck and or the porch, and it's probably like 6:37 at night, pitch black outside, and I'm like, why the hell is someone walking on my porch right now? Because for y'all to know, like my driveway is about 400 meters steep, and maybe that's a little exaggeration.
That's a bit of an exaggeration.
Maybe
It's a
like
steep
two.
ass driveway, and he's got a big ass fucking like
It,
field
it comes from
yard.
down here up on the hill. It comes all the way up and then loops back up and goes all the way back up. It's a long ass
It's like
driveway.
a 200-meter driveway. Like
Yeah,
if you were to lay
yeah,
it all out.
yeah. And so if we have like packages delivered, which I thought for a sec it was Amazon because I had some package come in, but they either drop it off at the mailbox or they drop it outside of our gate. They don't ever come up to the door. And I've been living here for 3 years. That's not a thing. And so all of a sudden someone start walking up the porch, and my dog, she's a chocolate lab. She kind of like perks up a little bit and looks at me like, yo, what the hell's going on? And so I had my gun there right there with me, sitting next to me. So I grab a gun and I'm just sitting there, and I'm about from me to like probably 3, 4 feet away, and right to the right is where the main door is. So I'm sitting on the couch and I have my gun, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden the screen door gets opened, and I'm like, hold on, buddy. And sure as shit not. So our main door, our front door has the metal frame where the glass would be, like metal bars and stuff, because our landlord is a cop. So he kind of went all out with like some security stuff. So that's like a metal bar frame thing. So you can't really see through it, and the lights were off. But all of a sudden, porch door gets open, and then I see the main door, the door handle starts shaking like probably 3 or 4 times. And right there, I was like, okay, buddy. And my dog, she's the absolute chicken, scary cat, doesn't see bad in anything, looks at deers and are just like, what is that? Literally the most least harmful dog in the world as a chocolate lab. But she let out her biggest, a different kind of bark. It wasn't it was like you know, uh, one of those type of like barks. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
can tell it was an aggressive, like out of the character kind of bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I immediately go to have my gun, and I'm sitting there, and he tries to open the door, and I'm just sitting there like, do it, motherfucker. Cause so I live in Georgia. For y'all to know, it's a stand your ground state. So someone comes in my house, your ass is getting shot, and that's the end of it. And like we talked about before, I'm not a great shot, but from about 4 feet, and I got 17 rounds. Hey, it's kind of hard for me to miss, let's be honest. And so I'm sitting there literally thinking, I'm about to get a conus kill right here, brother. Like this is what's gonna happen right now. I got two tests in like 3 days. I'm gonna be yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And ended up after the dog barked, I'm pretty sure that scared them away, but I didn't know at the time. And so I go immediately and flip on the outside lights that are right there by the door. And I try to peek through the little crack in the curtains to see like if I see anybody. I don't see nothing. So I walk past my girl and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, someone's trying to get in the house. Let's go look out the window. So I had her look out our kitchen window, which you can see someone if they're leaving the driveway. And that was probably within a 7 second span. So she was already looking out there. So we would have seen if someone had taken the car. Because still, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt, even though they tried to open my fucking door. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was Amazon or some shit. Um, and because the last thing I wanted to do is come out with my gun and shit, and it'd be an Amazon driver, and yeah, that'd be a whole debacle. So in the meantime, she's looking out there. I go in my room, put on my kit, and grab my AR quick, and I walk back out there. I'm like, "You see anything?" She's like, "No." And like I said, no car left, and it's cold and it's raining, and there's no car, so they're on foot. And so my thought is like, okay, they're probably sitting in the woods somewhere or some shit. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're about to find out. And so I go out through the back side of the porch, because I know that they hadn't crossed over, 1000%, because I would have seen their shadow and the lights would have turned on over there, and it didn't. Unless they were fucking neat. What's his name? Neo from fucking
Neil from the
Matrix.
fucking media.
Yeah, he didn't pass there. And so I went out through the backside and I started fucking pieing the deck. Didn't see anything. And I went down past the door, didn't see nothing. I'm scanning my light all through the trees and I don't see shit. And I know it was someone because the gate was back open and it was pushed open, which I'd closed that shit. I remember that distinctly. I'd closed the gate door. Um, and so I start looking around everywhere. And what was weird is her car was unlocked at the time. Now it didn't have anything really in it, but our car was unlocked and nothing was taken out of it. And so I start going through the woods, fucking scanning everywhere, trying to see if I can see what the fuck's up. And I don't see anybody, so I go back inside. And yeah, long story short, I ended up calling the sheriff's department the next day to have them come out just to kind of see if they had heard anything. And they hadn't, and they recommended that I get some cameras and shit. But I also talked to the neighbors, and they didn't have any incidents, and they weren't having anybody come over because like our driveway is jointed, but it's not like you can mess the houses up, and nor would you try to just open someone's door if you don't know exactly where they live. Um,
Yeah,
and
you would not.
yeah, and it kind of like I still feel weird about it because it's like, okay, if you're not taking a car, then you're probably not trying to rob someone because what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna carry the shit in? It's raining outside. I'm in the fucking mountains of Dahlonega, and it's cold out. Like, so then I leads me to believe that it was probably either some meth head, some homeless person that was trying to get inside. But thing is there's two cars in the driveway, and you can see that the lights are on inside the house. So why the fuck are you trying to come in? So then it leads
Yeah,
me to even a darker belief that they had some malicious intent with some shit. I don't know.
yeah.
I could be just steering in a different direction,
Well, I
but
mean, with all that, dude, yeah, I mean, like you can't, like you didn't bring a car, so you're not trying to fucking, burglarize it. You approached it knowing that there were people inside.
yeah,
Like those two alone, it's like, why? What are you doing except to, try and kill someone or something, even worse. So,
yeah, and yeah, and I still don't know to this day because I'm just like, I
I
could
mean,
keep,
maybe they're gonna try and rob you for your car, but it's like,
yeah. Well, here's the thing: it's like the only people that would come and try to break into a house in Dahlonega is fucking people that live in Dahlonega. Like, if you don't have a
yeah,
car,
it's not like off a major highway. You're not getting a lot of fucking vagrants passing through.
no,
Um, you're kind of off the beaten path. So most likely this person was a local to Dahlonega
yeah,
of some sort, or from
yeah,
the mountains, from the fucking mountains of Dahlonega, dude.
or it
Those
was fucking
fucking spooky
Skinwalker.
people. It was a fucking skinwalker.
But yeah, no, the more thing I think about it too, I'm actually like, and this may sound a little creepy to some of y'all, but I'm kind of upset that I did lock the door because
Don't hey, let's not say that, dude. In case something does happen, they don't want to pull up this fucking podcast and be like, see, this guy's trying to kill people.
Yeah. Well, no, my head because like, and y'all can probably relate to this, like, right when someone willingly like, threatens your life to an extent, right? If you think about it, when you're driving a car and someone cuts you off, right? You're in such a heightened state already because you're driving, and when someone cuts you off, you get pissed off, right? You immediately start cussing, right? That's why road rage happens because you're in a heightened sense of alert already, and when someone cuts you off, like, what could happen if you get in a car wreck, right? People die and shit. So you get pissed off, right? Well, it's the same thing in this sense, like someone was trying to break into my house and nothing happened to them. And I'm pissed about that
Fair.
because, and like I said, if they had opened that door, I mean, I'm 3, 4 feet away, like I'm shooting and I'm asking questions later. Like I'm in a state that you're allowed to do that. And also my house is very up in the mountains. There's no reason you'd be breaking in unless you had some malicious intent to some extent. And
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
they were likely armed, to be honest. They probably had a knife at least, or a
yeah,
fucking some kind of screwdriver or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Um,
But kudos, shout out to my dog because
hey,
she
she's fucking actually useful.
Yeah, I mean they ran off from her bark, and
Yeah.
if they had seen her, they would have been like,
Well,
"Oh,
they
I'm
were
not."
probably trying to fucking sneak, dude. They were probably like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking just
Yeah,
open the
because
door quiet and fucking get in."
the lights were off and stuff. But it was so funny because Mary Catherine, my fiance, she was asking me, she's like, I'm surprised you didn't just like run out there right after and try to go after him. I said,
Like, that's how
and
you
that's why,
die.
and that's why you have your experience and you would call 911 and I do my thing. I said that's why we are way different people because I know that if I had just opened that door, he could have just been sitting right outside, and next thing I know, I come out there, boom, I'm dead.
Damn,
Good
stab
luck.
wound.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't if it, as much as I would love to have, done something about it, like I think I did that the best strategic possible that I could. Like I'm
The best
not
strategic
yeah,
possible.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say. I didn't
yeah.
want to just rush out there.
Hey, you're a strong ranger, not a smart
Yeah, exactly. Like the
ranger.
doors locked. I'm safe in here. That's why it's like once I realized like we are safe, we're good.
Well, yeah,
That's
you kitted up. You went out the fucking back. You're like, okay, I know he's not here, so I'm gonna be able to at least get through the doorway without getting fucking ambushed.
yeah,
And you were fucking. You had enough shit on you to be able to counter whatever the
yeah.
fuck that guy probably had.
And
But
like
people that are missing that too, they missed the part where your gate was open when you came home. So it wasn't. It sounds like it was a fuck. They cased your shit first.
scoped out or some shit.
Yeah. But what's
Yeah.
weird is that during the day, and you brought this up when we talked about it earlier, was you have fucking like you have what, a DUI flag, a Ranger DUI flag, the fucking sun,
Yeah.
lightning bolt, and stars, and you have a Ranger tab too, or do you just have the American flag?
I have the American flag and then I have the DUI flag. The Ranger, I don't have the Ranger flag hanging up. But like here's the thing is most people like Dahlonega is known for 5th RTB, which is the Ranger training brigade up here for Mountain Phase of Ranger School, right? Most people know of they don't know of Regiment as much, but they know of Army
They
Rangers
know
because
Rangers, yeah.
this is a town where that is predominant. I mean, you drive into Dahlonega and there's literally a sign that has 5th Ranger Training Battalion on it. So like people know of Rangers and what they are. And so that's why I have those flags out there to an extent to kind of just deter people away. Like you think if I see someone with an American flag and see someone with this flag that has a shield and a lightning bolt and shit, probably some sorts of military.
Maybe fucking Google it first.
Probably should go to a different house just because this guy's probably armed to an extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I ended up calling sheriff's office and they checked to see if there was any possible like where they tried to break in at all, and they're like, "Did you get a license plate?" I was like, "No, no one
No,
drove."
he was on foot. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was kind of interesting is the next couple of days, my dog goes down the hill to go take a shit and stuff a lot of times, and she would not come back up. Like she'd go down the hill and she'd be sniffing around an area for so long, like she would not come back up. So it leads me to believe where they probably ran down this hill down to this other road area,
Right.
whatever. But yeah, no, I still think about it to this day. I'm just like, what was funny too is on the car ride up because it was like a 6 hour drive. Me and her were talking about like people breaking in, and I've already told her the game plan and everything. But we were just talking about break-ins and all this shit and stuff, and then sure shit not, someone literally tried to get my house, and it was funny too when I talked to my mom. I told her the next day she wasn't understanding what I was saying. She's like, "So you think it was a ghost?" And I said,
Bitch.
I said, Mom. I saw the motherfucking door handle literally shake like 3 or 4 times. I said it was no ghost. Unless that ghost somehow took fucking human form and started literally shaking the door. Like, yeah, no. But yeah, so that story of someone trying to break in my house. So if I can leave this with you, always keep your gun on you at
Dude.
arm's reach, no matter what, because you never know, and keep your doors locked, right? And some people may ask, well, why didn't I call the cops right away and shit? Well, here's the thing: like the cops in Dahlonega, by the time they get here, like 15, 20 minutes, that shit would have been too late. And I have the training and knowledge and background to, you know, take matters in my own hand to an extent, but that's why you should always have a gun. I think Grant Anderson, the guy, what I'm talking about, says no one's coming to save you. Is his
Yeah.
quote
Well,
like,
there's a ton of people that say that, but yeah.
yeah, but you're your own person, right? You care the most about your life and your family over anybody else, and so there's
Well, I
no
mean,
reason.
yeah, who knows if it was like a tactical retreat? Maybe he was trying to bait you out, which I mean, you kind of fell into, but you had the edge on him because you had plates and a fucking long gun.
Yeah,
But it's like maybe he was gonna fucking try and get in through the fucking other door, or maybe he was gonna fucking wait for you to come out and then fucking get in. Like, who knows? Like, he probably could have had MK call while you were fucking going.
yeah, yeah. I could have, but I don't know. I also just got in that adrenaline mode where I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
Fuck it,
like.
let's go. I've been waiting.
Yeah, and honestly, like to be quite frank, like if that's how I go out, bro, like by some fucking random freak sitting in the fucking
Fucking
woods
trying to
and
steal
flash
your
me,
copper, dude.
yeah, then honestly, like then so fucking be it. Like I guess I'm just fucking not trained. And it comes
You're
back
just
to
you're just not
my
that guy.
leadership. My leadership, my fucking tabs, and my fucking team leaders fucking failed me. That.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no. No, we
yeah.
probably been like Joey probably did some dumb
Uh,
shit like fucking not load his fucking rifle or fucking lost his bolt in the fucking woods.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing that also the message I was trying to get across to when I started clearing, because I was taking it very fucking slow,
I'm
and I
sure you did, yeah.
and I had my fucking light and I was just slowly scanning whatever, and I'm like, I hope this motherfucker does see me and sees this shit and like realizes like, yeah, wrong fucking house, bitch. Like you probably came in with a knife and I'm literally fucking walking around with a kit and AR. This dude probably and I have my motherfucking smoke and my fucking shit. I would just honestly I'd just throw a smoke at you and then jump on top of you and fucking stick it in your mouth and suffocate you. And holy shit, I just got dark. All right. So next fucking story. All right.
Joke on this fucking smoke grenade, bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, stay alert, stay alive.
Stay
Fucking
alert, stay alive, dude.
if you don't
Fucking
got a
lock your
gun,
doors,
get a
stay strapped.
gun. Yeah, if you don't got a gun, get a gun. Learn how to use it. Fucking protect yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's gonna be able to if it really comes down to it. So
Yeah. I'm gonna go rip a fucking pisser real quick. We gotta be mindful of the time because you gotta bounce in what, 30 minutes? Give you a little bit of time to prep for your
45.
fucking thing. 45? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna piss. I think there's one dude that asked about something about leaders in regiment or something. I don't know, but I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not taking my laptop with me this time.
Let's see here. Let me look at DS said, were y'all both great leaders, like team leaders for both of y'all on 175? Um, so Allred was an E5 longer than I was. I got auto promoted to an E5, but like it's a weird story, but I was supposed to go to the boards and then couldn't because I had COVID. And I was supposed to go to BLC, but COVID had hit and there wasn't a slot for me online at the time. Um, and so I got auto promoted, but if COVID wasn't a thing, I would have done the normal process of doing a board and going to BLC at that time. But I only got promoted like 6 months before I got out of regiment, and then ended up coming to the guard, went to BLC, and then got promoted to E6 2 weeks ago now. Allred was a for his time as an E5. See, I had experience because like I was a tab spec 4, but I was also getting out as he was an E5 in the squad. So, but as a tab spec 4 and gun team leader, yeah, he was a shit hot solid dude. I mean, Allred knows his stuff back and forth. I mean, he lives, eat, and breathes the fucking army and military and shit. So yeah, he's a great leader. I don't know. I can't talk about myself really. I would
Well, I
like
can
to.
I can talk about you. You talk about me. I talk about you, or vice
Okay.
versa. Appreciate the kind of words. I mean, everyone can always be better, right? Like looking back, like I definitely could have done some things better. Uh, could have taken more time to fucking train the men. Could have been a fucking better example when it comes to PT, because there was definitely some weeks where we're like, fuck doing PT, we're sleeping in the fucking cage and then working out at lunch.
But you can say that, but also, dude, I mean, it's the same thing I approach school with. It's like, right now, like I could be studying and doing my homework and shit that's due like next week, right? Or studying for tests, but it's like, in a long process, especially like in regimen and lifestyle, like you get to a point where it's like, bro, you need to just have those days where you just chill out, take a break. Like you can't be on it and 100% every fucking day to an extent because if you're not feeling up to go do PT, like, because you've been fucking doing it for 4 years straight, like, bro, then you got to take the days off. Like, and that's what people won't understand and call you lazy and maybe think you're a shitbag for it. But it's like, bro, you got to be able to like have fun and chill out and bullshit like a lot of times too. Because if you're constantly, hey, PT sharp 6:30 in the morning and we're gonna go for a 5 mile run and all this shit, like, dude, you're gonna burn the fuck out, especially within a training event and stuff like that in the training
Yeah,
cycle.
during the training cycle, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't do it that often. But I mean, there's just like, little nitpicky shit, because it's like at the point that I was in E5 too, like I was already like I had my mind on getting out. Like I had Rockwell Designs going, so I wasn't probably as focused on my current job, my job as a team leader. But oh well, Joey was fucking great. Joey was squared away. He would fucking make sure that his guys underneath him, even though if they weren't technically his, um, when he was my tab, he would fucking make sure they were squared away. Like he would do, parts of my job, and then I would obviously go trust but verify, right? So Joe would fucking square guys away for the range, for example, and I'd make sure they were, check them after, no issues. Joe fucking stud, PT stud. So he fucking led the way on that shit
Yeah.
too.
As he always says, look, I'll be the first one to say I was not a fucking smart ranger at all. I was a fucking idiot. Y'all want some tea? Like I still to this day, I mean I can now because I actually fucking when I was at JRTC had a guy sit me down for an hour and practice fucking inline bow lines. But I cannot fucking tie knots to save my life, which is like one of the things you should know how to do, especially as a tab spec 4 as a fucking E5 regiment. Bro, it does not, my brain does not click with it. Like
He doesn't know how to do it.
I've done a lot of stupid shit and I was by no means smart. I was a PT stud, right? So I had that to my advantage. But, ultimately what I always try to do
Well, you
is
led by example. You were always, at least, you were never wrong about, like, I don't think I ever had to smoke you because you showed up late because you didn't have the right shit. Once you got through your initial private phase, right? Like
yeah.
you never fucking, like, you were never a problem child. Like you always were doing the right shit. You were always fucking on time or early, right uniform with the right fucking kit. And it was like, cool. I know I don't have to worry about Joey. Like, yeah, I might have to help him with the fucking knots, because I remember that one time we were driving out on the fucking
Oh
trucks
yeah,
and
buddy.
you were tying down your L can for when you became a saw gunner, and when we were saw gunners together, and you had to relearn how to do fucking bowlins. Um, but like, just like, you don't have to be a fucking, again, you don't have to be super smart. You just got to know the fucking, okay, I need to be here with this fucking uniform at this time, and I'm gonna fucking do my best. And if I'm fucked up, my team leader's gonna let me know, and I'm gonna get fucking, taught how to do it right. So,
Yeah. Well,
um,
and I think one thing I'd add to that too, and I remember the Ray Charles story and stuff like that, but at the end I thought I was gonna get absolutely smoked by you guys because of it. But the team leader at the time ended up not doing anything about it because I think you guys understood and realized that I was the hardest on myself, and I'd get so pissed off if I fucked something
oh
up.
yeah,
And I would just sit there, and you guys were like, "Dude, why are you so poopy?" And I'm just like, it'd be 3 hours later.
because
I'm
I
just in my
fucked
head,
up,
like,
sir.
I'm fucking an idiot, bro. Like, I'm so fucking stupid and so pissed off. Like, and that's one thing, like, I've always been very bad at is something like that I fuck up on. Even if you guys don't see it or anything, like, in the back of my head, I'm just like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I fucked that up, whatever. So I'm the hardest on myself. And that's why, honestly, I really got smoked because I would make it a fucking mission to absolutely never lose something. Like, still to this day, even in the guard, like, dude, we'll be doing a training event and like, I mean, literally every fucking 10 feet, I'm checking my shit because I'm just like, I will
I
not.
can't lose my backplate again.
Yeah, I'm literally, I mean, I shit you not, dude. Every single time now, before every single iteration of whatever it is, I check my Velcro on my fucking kit to make sure that my plate carrier is. Because, like, who would have thought? And it happened to me. And I fucking now I'm so hypersensitive to making sure that it doesn't ever happen again that I fucking check it every single time because it's just like I don't want to experience that feeling again. And so I literally like absolutely do everything I can to make sure it never happens. But
Yeah. Oh, real quick, Justin says training cycle still MLATs, rotary wing, and X valves. I mean, sounds like you're speaking the prior Ranger tongue. Obviously, yeah, we still do MLAT, company and battalion level. You'll fast rope, you'll qual on your fucking airframes at least once a year. And then you're going to do your fucking team, squad, platoon live fires. And then I think it's every other year that you'll do a company live fire. And then after that, you're doing, in between that, you're doing fucking FMPs, rolling through the shoot house with Sims, doing shoot house training, fucking medical training, whatever specialty courses they still do. I can't remember the name of it, bro.
for what?
What was it when you did like when the whole like battalion like went off and did different fucking training shit for like 2 weeks?
Connex
Con skills,
or
con
console.
skills.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh hell yeah, Justin. 2005, 2009, fucking prime time to be in fucking Iraq, dude. Hitting fucking raids every single fucking night, doing 100 missions in a 90-day deployment, dude. Bro, there's a fucking video, and I'm
I know
actually
what
gonna
video you're
fucking
talking
find it.
about.
Yeah, dude, wheel in the sky, dude. It's the wheel in the
Yes.
sky video.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, I'm finding it. I'm not gonna link the boys night playlist because there's some incriminating shit on there, but me and my buddy have a fucking boys night playlist where it's like war videos, and like we have like a couple of, I talked about this in my previous podcast and I got called out for it, but it's like war videos and like these Russian fucking like dancing girls and like some fucking US ones, but it's like literally just man shit. So it's like people dying and then like girls shaking their ass. It's great. But that one's in the playlist. Let me find it here. Bing bong, view your channel. We were watching Ukraine war footage last night. I went over and we hit a lift together, and then
Dude,
there's a channel that I'll probably
I
drop in the
know.
fucking
Can you
chat.
can you send me the channel because bro, it was like probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Um, I was sitting here drinking alone like on a Saturday night and I started going to YouTube down a deep rabbit hole and I was watching literal like all these Ukraine Russian videos and like they
Hmm.
were not censored at all. And I can't
Yeah.
remember what channel was. This is the wrong name for sure, but it was something around like the Daily Wire or something like that. And I was watching all these fucking videos like tanks fucking rolling over people in fucking trenches and shit like that. And I was just watching. I'm just like, yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But it ended up
I'm
like,
gonna link the channel as well here because there's some fucking gnarly, dude. I was watching it last night. There's some gnarly shit, dude. There's like one where this fucking like truck of Ukrainian dudes is like rolling through and they get fucking ambushed by a fucking PK. And it's like a soft skin vehicle, and they just all fucking die, bro. It's like a lot of it's like legitimately sad. Like it's kind of fucked up.
if have you
But
watched?
it's a
Oh,
realistic view of the current conflict.
I was gonna say, have you watched? Or is this of Ukraine Russia or is this
So that link is the it's the Wheel in the Sky video. It's Regiment in like
oh
2007.
um
Um
I was watching probably like a couple weeks ago. I was watching a bunch of raids with like the whole Israel Hamas deal and shit like that.
oh yeah, yeah.
And dude, there was one where this fucking dude literally goes in and he's solo clearing, fucking takes a frag and
Mm,
gets back up and goes and clears around this fucking corner and then whacks this dude from like 2 feet of fucking way. And I'm like,
God
dude, you can
damn.
fucking frag solo. I don't know, first of all, why he's solo clearing this big ass fucking building.
Yeah, hell
He fucking
no.
takes a frag and literally, because he threw the frag and the dude threw it back and it landed probably like 5 feet from him, but there was enough like shit in front of him that kind of blocked it to an extent, and then gets up all fucked up and fucking just swats a dude from like 3 feet away. I'm like, oh my God, yeah.
Holy shit. All right, hold
No.
on. I gotta fucking oh man. Okay. Yeah, here it is. I thought I was subscribed to it. I guess I didn't. Up to my
Wavy Bar, Shannon, Shanana,
what?
asked, I don't know. Wavy Bar said, "Is it true 80-second walks the line between conventional and
No,
special?"
they're more conventional and soft.
Yeah,
Um,
all that I mean,
they
they're
do
I don't know.
airborne. They're airborne. They'll do fucking airborne shit and a little bit of that stuff, but
Yeah,
they're very
I'll
much
say
more
this.
conventional.
I'll say this, and no disrespect to anybody who's in the 80-second. because it is a solid unit. But people in the 82nd like to think that they are better than all the other line infantry units because they're airborne. But from being someone who went to airborne school and jumped out of planes and stuff, like it's really nothing to gloat about because it's not really a
They're
hard task.
still very much subject to more conventional army rules and fucking regulations. Like, you gotta blouse your boots. You gotta fucking, there are obviously some units in the 82nd, like the fucking reconnaissance fucking platoons, but those are still a thing. If you're a fucking sniper, obviously you're gonna have a little bit more left and right on what you can fucking wear, what you can do. Um, but like grooming standards are all the same. Like, you deploy, like you're not growing a fucking beard. Um, you're gonna fucking do regular patrols. Like, you're not doing fucking high speed shit for the most part. Um, but yeah, no shade towards the 82nd necessarily, except for the fact that Regiment is better. And I wouldn't try to compare 82nd. They're a tier above, obviously, like mechanized or like regular light infantry, like first ID, second ID, shit like that. I just dropped the channel, Joe. If you want to fucking go to the chat and like subscribe to it, so you can save it.
Is it
Um,
the second video?
it's the second link, but that's the fucking channel with the war footage I was watching
Okay,
last night.
gotcha.
Yeah, there's some fucking gnarly shit in there. Like, that's legitimately graphic. Like, if you're fucking a pussy, don't watch it. But I don't think anyone here watching this shit's a pussy. So, but yeah, there's like dudes getting fucking just schwacked, like at fucking point blank. Like, there's one in there where this fucking Russian maneuver element, or this Russian element's maneuvering on a trench line, and they get up, this guy fucking throws a frag, and he gets up to this little foxhole fighting position, and he's trying to get the guys to surrender. And one of the guys isn't giving his fucking AK up. Like, he's fucking holding on to it. The Russian's trying to take it from him. And this guy's just fucking holding on to it, like shell shocked almost. And then the guy next to him, he ends up fucking, there's two guys. There's already a dead guy in the fucking fighting position. He fucking smokes the guy to the left, and then he fucking smokes the guy that's fucking holding on to his gun still. It's like, dude, like shit like that,
Yeah.
bro.
And then while all that shit's going on and stuff, then people want to bitch about how America sucks and because fucking, they're not all genders are allowed to get married and all this other shit and debacle stuff that's going on in America, and people want to bitch about how our country's so shit. And then that's the thing. And I'm sure most of you people that are watching this probably agree with me on this, but that's a problem that a lot of people have. Even like when I'm going to school and shit, bro, I hear all the time, and it's just like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but so Mary Catherine in one of her class, they had to read these books. Each person got to choose one of these books to read, and one of these girls read a book. It was about I can't remember the female's name, but she was in Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like getting education, and they found out about it, and she was on a bus, and they ended
Oh
up
yeah, no, that was Afghanistan. I know what you're talking
Afghanistan,
about. Yeah,
yeah, and
she gets acid attacked.
mhm, and ended up surviving,
Maybe it was Pakistan.
came to America, whatever, and the girl was talking. She's like, "Yeah, I'm just so happy to be living in a country that I'm fortunate enough to be able to get an education and all this stuff." And her professor at the time was like, "Well, I wouldn't say America is that much greater at all. Like we have people dying all the time and all this stuff, and
Uh,
and it just makes you realize, like, for anyone who's been deployed or overseas or been to other countries, y'all realize a lot that America is way fucking better. No matter the shit that we got going on right now and past experiences, like America is way fucking better when it comes to a lot of human rights compared to all these other countries. And, you know, the fact that we're not having a fucking civil war right now going on, or not even civil war, sorry, a fucking war with another country that's on fucking American grounds, like people take that shit for granted. And yeah, you watch those videos and it'll kind of make you realize, like, holy fuck, I'm lucky I'm not living there.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple, so I'm trying to be like Jamie on the Joe Rogan Experience and fucking Google shit while you're talking. But
Yeah.
there's a few fucking people out there that are in the public fucking eye and have written books about it. Um, so it was either India, Pakistan, or Afghanistan. Because I think the one you're talking about happened in Afghanistan, because I'm pretty sure it was Taliban. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, one of the stands.
Yeah.
Put it. Yeah, Jonathan, you said I was first ID. Yeah, look here. I'll say this. I got a buddy who one of my fiance's friends fiance his he's in the Marine Corps and whatever, and we talk all the time, and he thinks down on himself because he's like, oh, I was just a fucking communication guy in the Marine Corps, and I only went to Korea and stuff. But here's the thing, I say this, like, if you served in the military for any time, right? Like, just because it's the constant banter per se. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll shit talk the 82nd, we'll shit talk whoever. I mean, we'll shit talk fucking Green Berets, we'll shit talk fucking SEALs, whatever. Like, that's just the fucking type of, you know, uh rivalry that goes
Yeah.
on.
Friendly
Like,
rivalry.
yeah, but like at the end of the day, if you serve in the military, like kudos to you, because most people don't. Most people don't
Yeah.
have the balls to because they, for some reason, think that basic is the fucking hardest thing that they'll ever experience in life, and they cannot comprehend to go through that. And so they just immediately won't even take the first step, and then they'll look back 20 years and be like, "Damn, I wish I would have." You know, the same thing. Oh, well, I was gonna be a Navy SEAL, but I keep this
But
going.
if a if a drill sergeant got in my face, bro, I would just see red and
Yeah,
I'd fucking beat him up, bro. I
yeah.
could, bro. If he
So
start yelling at me, I can't do that. I can't do that.
yeah. So don't look down on yourself if you served in not a special operations unit or served in fucking even the guard. Like, you at least did some time, served your fucking country, right? And that deserves a certain amount of fucking
Yeah.
respect.
No,
So
yeah, no fucking hate, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Yeah, we'll friendly shit talk, but hey, at least you were Army, you weren't fucking Navy, dude.
facts.
uh, oh god damn it, DS. What do y'all
Oh,
know
this is a
about
perfect story
Rangerettes,
for
dude?
this is a story for fucking Allred, not me.
Rangerettes? I don't know about Rangerettes. I turned one of the girls I dated into a Rangerette, unfortunately, or fortunately. Wasn't fortunately, but
What is
um,
wait, who?
it was right before.
Before me. Oh, I
It
know
was
who.
before you. Yeah, it was
Well, I
the
don't know
first.
of her, but I know
Yeah, yeah,
of
no.
her.
Uh, yeah, she was. I have a whole video about this on my channel too, DS. If you want to fucking go back and look, I did a whole fucking podcast about Rangerettes. But basically, a Rangerette is a fucking groupie for Rangers. Um, they're super into fucking Rangers, and they'll be seen checking into the barracks multiple times a day with different Rangers. Or serial daters of Rangers. Maybe they're not like a complete, barracks bunny, but they only go for Rangers. And the qualifications for Rangerette are minimum you've slept with at least 3 Rangers. Some guys like to date Rangerettes. Not my cup of tea because it's like, dude, their Ranger songs are fucking real for a reason. You can tell an Urban Ranger by his bitch because she rides like a stallion. Just ask the whole battalion. You can tell an Urban Ranger by his bitch, right? So it's a real thing. Not necessarily. I mean, if you want, casual flaying, easy sex, like Rangerette, they're around. You just got to find them. Um, I never fucked a Rangerette. Uh, there was a couple that I matched with on Tinder, and I'd be like, "Oh, yo, fucking this chick," and I'd show it to like one of my homies. He'd be like, "Yo, that chick's a Rangerette," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." Um, but I did date this one girl that went to SCAD, and after we broke up, this bitch still had one of my fucking Jeep keys. So I went over to her place after I'd already like started seeing this other chick, and I was like, "Yo, I want my fucking Jeep key back." Whatever. We got to talking, and she's like, "Oh, I've already slept with like 2 other Rangers." I'm like, "All right, cool. I don't care. Like, good for you. Whatever. Like, at least they're giving you hopefully that good dick." But fuck, bro. They're real. There's some older ones. There used to be a fucking this lady that would call the fucking CQ desks, like the ACO CQ desk, and she'd fucking, you know, be all horny and hot and bothered and shit and try and get the Rangers on duty to fucking engage with her and shit. Um Hell yeah, dude. Justin's singing the fucking Ranger songs in the chat.
Yeah, I
No,
got
we should have wore our glorious
I
Victoria
got the I
shirts.
got the I got the fucking shirt, dude.
I do too. It's up in my
It's all
room,
clean
but
and stuff too. No, I'm wearing
you're
Mary
wearing the Skull Crusher or the Soul Snatchers.
yeah, Mary Catherine got me this from what was it? For Christmas? Yeah, it's no Soul Snatchers, yeah.
But no, Rangerettes are they're a real thing. In RASP, when I heard I was going to first bat, I talked about this in the other video, but I'll tell it again. But my buddy from one of the few guys for my basic company that went to RAS with me. I was a little bummed because I was like, oh, I wanted to go to second, but then my buddy was like, yo, fucking no, dude, first is where it's at. They got like whole sororities where it's like you have to fuck a ranger to get into it. And like I had just gone through a fucking bad breakup, so I was like, oh really? Oh, that sounds great. Turns out there's no sororities at SCAD. And I feel like the Georgia Southern girls are a little bit classier sometimes, or for the
Hey,
most part.
that's you know what I literally got told. I said, my fucking the cadre that was talking, he's like, yep. He's like, you're going to fucking first bat. He's like, just be wary. You're gonna meet a Southern Belle. You're gonna end up dating her, and then you're gonna end up fucking getting engaged and married by some fucking chick down here. Garen fucking Thea. And I said, okay, buddy.
Well, look at where you are now.
Met a girl who was in a sorority at Georgia Southern, and sure as shit not, here I fucking am, fucking 6 years later. So yeah, that shit happens. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, they get fucking so the second SCAD girl that I dated, I was talking to her and she's like, yeah, during our like orientation or whatever as freshmen, like they're like they get told to like stay away from the army guys. Not specifically Rangers, but they get told to stay away from army guys, which is kind of funny. I wonder why. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Problems. We're fucking problems, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got about 20 minutes left, Joe. I don't know if that's enough time for you to get through your current story of your fucking dickhead guy that's underneath
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll keep. I won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna read through all the texts and shit. I'll just keep it short and sweet. Um, but actually, I'll tell quick the story of the
Oh
gunshot.
yeah, the gunshot. Yeah, tell that one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'll tell this one quick. So I go home for Christmas this year. Live in Minnesota. Skull Bikes for anyone that's from Minnesota. Anyways, I go to Minnesota for 3 weeks for Christmas time, and I leave my car at my fiance's brother's house in Atlanta, and he lives in a pretty nice area. So I left it there in the driveway for 3 weeks, and I go home or get back to the place probably like January 3rd or 4th. And I noticed that there was like on my passenger side on the ceiling or the roof, whatever you want to fucking call it, there was like some frayed, like the fabric was kind of frayed, but like a little bit above where the mirror's at. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, anyways, I go home the next week. I drill on a Saturday, and it had been raining that night before, and so it's like 6 in the morning, dark outside. I get in my car, and I see that my center console is like all fucking wet. I'm like, what the shit? Like, is that from my bag that I threw in there? There's no shot. Whatever. So I turn the light on inside the car, and I can see like around the light fixture that it's like kind of fucking wet. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I got a leak or some shit. But I had to go to work. So I came back later that day and I look, and there is literally a fucking 9 mil fucking gunshot straight through my fucking the roof of my fucking car. And I'm like, that's exactly where the frayed fabric was. It's like, what the fuck? I was like, how does the top of my car have a gunshot through it right now? Like, and so I tried looking like so it didn't go through. So here's the thing. If someone was standing on top of my car and they shot straight down, like it would have went through my fucking car. But that obviously wasn't the case. And because I could not find the round, it didn't exit through. There was nowhere in my car. I've looked like multiple times. So it's somewhere in the fucking between the fabric and the fucking frame. It's somewhere in there. And I could not find it. I tried looking through it, could not find it. Um, unless it's somehow still in my car, but I
It's
literally,
got to be in your car somewhere, bro.
bro,
Like
I'm
it's got
telling
to
you,
be in the seat.
well, where it would have landed would have been my passenger seat, but I'm telling you, I looked thoroughly and fully to find a fucking round, and I could not find that shit. And what's weird is that where that fabric is, it's barely frayed, so it's like I don't know if it's big enough for the round have gone through. Like it's fucking tiny frayed, so I don't know where the fucking round is, but regardless, I ended up having to like epoxy that shit. But I talked to her, I was like, what the hell is this shit? Like, and so she told me that, and you guys probably know this, that during New Year's, especially in Atlanta, because that's where my car was at, a lot of people shoot their guns off up in the air at New Year's. And
What kind of people, Joe?
you know what fuck,
whoa,
you know what kind. Fucking
whoa,
not all the
whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa. I mean, I've wanted to shoot my gun off in the air, so maybe I'm a little guilty
Yeah,
of it.
but
I haven't done it though.
I'll tell you this. All right, for anybody that lives around Atlanta, like we live for our
It's
brother's place.
Atlanta. That's all we should have to say.
Her brother's place is like 10 minutes from fucking Grady Hospital. So if anybody knows where Atlanta's at and knows where Grady's at, you know that it's not a good fucking area, right? And yeah, so people shoot their guns off in the air, and that's 1000% what happened. Because if someone's, like I said, standing on top of my car, which would have been the only way where it could, it's not like you could shoot from the side or some shit and it would have, that's where it would have hit.
Right.
Um, unless it somehow did a mad, I don't know what the fuck could have happened, but yeah, someone shot a
Some
gun.
fucking wanted fucking curb and bullets and shit, dude.
Yeah, someone literally shot a gun up in the air and it fucking the bullet came down and went to my fucking passenger side. So, uh, and there's been plenty of stories about people actually dying from that shit.
Yeah. Which is
But
sad. Luckily, no one was in your fucking car when that happened. So
yeah, because who knows? Maybe the bullet did go through and I just can't find it. And if you were sitting there, like, I mean, if it's strong enough to go through a fucking frame of your car, like
it
with
has enough energy to kill you.
yeah, I mean, it's not like it's, you think of people get so afraid when it starts hailing out, right? Because, oh, hail's gonna, whatever, don't go outside, right? Well, hail isn't designed to fucking go through, penetrates, right? That's not designed. A fucking
Yeah,
bullet is,
God didn't design hail to be bullets.
yeah, a bullet is literally designed to go through you. And with like, what goes up must come down. And that's exactly what the bullet did, right? And obviously it didn't have as much force as coming out straight out of a fucking gun. But coming down, I mean, it was enough to go through my fucking metal frame of my car. So, you're standing, that shit will fucking go through your skull. Won't exit, but it will go through your fucking top of your skull. And yeah, you're gonna fucking be dead, more likely. So stay alert, stay alive.
Stay alive, stay strapped, get
Yeah, don't
clamped.
go outside during meetings.
Fucking Joe, dude. Fucking God's got it out for you, bro.
Dude, I was telling this, for my birthday this year, I think my car deserves a fucking Purple Heart.
Oh, dude, I
You know,
should get your
I
car
yeah,
a
I
Purple
I
Heart.
sent it in the group chat, but I was like,
Yeah,
dude, I was like, my car's got more fucking combat experience than fucking all of us, dude. Literally got a fucking,
Shit.
literally got a gunshot through it, dude. Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah,
been fucking wounded in action, bro.
yeah, and it's still fucking kicking, But
Dude, the Chevy Sonic, bro, that thing is a fucking beast.
yeah. Oh,
Thing's a
Jonathan Gonzalez
beast.
is, yeah, from East Atlanta. Yeah, Jonathan. So you know where like around Grady is, and you know that it's not the greatest area, because that's where my girl's doing her last rotation for PD school at, and yeah, quite the people she gets to experience there. She had one person, she's a physical therapist, right?
Yeah.
Not a fucking
Not a
dentist.
trauma surgeon, not a fucking
No, no,
yeah.
but she's not a dentist, right? And this guy, she's working on this guy, and he's like, "Hey, can you pull my tooth?" She's like, "What?"
Bro, what?
He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can you pull my tooth?" And she's like, "No, I can't pull your tooth. I'm not a dentist." And he's like, "Well, shit, be a hell of a lot cheaper." Like, dude was trying to get her to pull out one of his teeth, whatever that
Teeth.
he had, and
That's fucking funny.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, the amount of
Holy
stories
shit,
she tells me, dude, I'm just like, oh my God.
bro.
But yeah, if you want, I can go into that other story too, the story about the
Yeah. I
shit
mean,
bag.
I'm just watching the time for you, dude, because
Yeah, I mean,
you got
if I'm
about
50
15
minutes
minutes.
late, it is what it is.
We'll just bring them on, dude. Bring your fucking bring your presentation group on the pod. Literally just drop the link. Be like, hey, I'll host, guys. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, and then
And
next thing you know, they're like,
next thing you know, they're on fucking YouTube.
yeah, well, our presentation's about Boeing. We're talking about, because I was the one that brought it up because we had to do something about a company that's going through some issues right now, and I'm
Oh
like, oh,
yeah.
let me talk about Boeing, easy. So
Who's
yeah,
DeAndre Morgan? Someone's saying Joey. Do you know him or her?
DeAndre Morgan.
Yo, who are you? Identify yourself.
I know. Well, wait. I mean, I know. I'm trying to think of where you would be from. I don't recognize that first name, but I know that last name. But the only Morgan I know of is in the guard, but um, it's not the Morgan. That's not. Identify yourself. Um, and when you do, I'll talk about it. But hold on. Yeah. So I'll go into the story about this kid. Um, Yeah, but to be honest, it was way worse in the early 2000s. Mostly West Atlanta that's bad and a few other spots. Yeah, yeah, and I know, especially like being through Atlanta a lot now, they definitely, like, I've noticed over the years that they're definitely trying to I mean, a lot of the shit's getting pushed up towards Dahlonega and like Dawsonville, Gainesville area. Like they're pushing a lot more apartments, a lot more buildings and stuff. But I mean, they're even like where her brother lives and stuff. Like, he lives in like a nice neighborhood, but all around it is like not the best. But they are like coming up and starting to make it a lot better. So, but yeah, I'll go into the story quick about this fucking shit bag, and I will not say names.
This
I will not
fucking guy.
I will not fucking say names and whatever. But so for a lot of you guys who probably were prior military or going into the military stuff, there's this guy in the I'm in the guard now. And there's this guy in the guard, and I told you about the JRTC experience, and I'll quickly tell you. So pretty much, this guy didn't have a profile, didn't want to go on the field because he had PTSD from heat catting in 2022, and so his dad ended up messaging me and telling me he was going to file an IG complaint against me if I sent him out to go out to the field with everybody else, including myself, to go do his
After he'd
job.
been approved by a doc to fucking
After
go.
I literally sent him sick call and literally came back fit for duty. So that's where this is like kind of all started. So a couple months later, um, end up finding out the day before drill that he was supposed to that he had to put in a split request form. So in the guard, if you want to miss a drill because you have something coming on, something kind of important, right? Doesn't have to be crazy important, like someone died. But if you got a wedding you want to go to and you don't want to go to this drill, if it's not an important drill, like SRP or qualling at the range, more times than not, you fill out this form and they'll approve it, and then you can go do your thing and make up the days either earlier or later. Um, and this guy, the caveat is you have to send it 30 days prior to the. Well, this kid didn't, and didn't pass it to me, who I'm a squad leader, right? Didn't pass it up to me. I found out the day before that it got denied, and I'm like, hey, you're tracking like your split request form was denied, like you have to come to drill. Because he already skipped over the chain command, he went straight to the fucking CO to
Mm-hmm.
send the split request instead of talking to squad leader, me, platoon sergeant, fucking PL, just said, fuck it, I'm gonna send it. So obviously I couldn't help him at all. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get it approved for him or nothing because he didn't let me know until I found out the day before from someone else. He's like, oh no, I'm tracking it got denied, but but the CO said that it more than likely should get approved. And I was like, okay, well, obviously it didn't, so you need to come. He's like, because it was to go on a mission trip. And so I said, well, you have to show up to drill. He's like, well, my obligation to serve God is more important than the military. Long story short, and I'm like, I get, yeah, okay, yeah, you're a Christian, so am I, brother. Like, I get it, but you have an obligation to come to drill. Like, you don't get to just say, no, I'm not coming. And that's what he ended up doing. He just didn't show up. And then he said, if I'm treating if I'm treated unfairly, um, besides what is if I'm treating any unfairly besides like what is optimal or what is typical, then I'm gonna file an IG complaint against you. And I'm like, for what? What, you didn't show up to fucking drill, you went AWOL. Like, I was like, okay, so I filled out a whole AWOL packet and submitted it up to the PL and stuff, and they said they were gonna pass it up. And he came back. You know what I did? I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't smoke him. I didn't do anything because I'm like, you want to threaten me with IG complaints? I'm gonna go through the paper route and fuck you over, buddy. Well, all of a sudden, fast forward, I dealt with some other bullshit from this kid. Well, this last drill, I lost it. My blood fucking boiled. You don't even know this either because I haven't told you.
No, this is new.
So he broke his foot like in November, right, from a car accident. And
Pussy. Bitch made.
yeah, bitch made. And he's been in a boot for like 3 months now. Anyways, the day before drill, which is like 2 weeks ago, he tells me, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling too well. I got like the headache. I got a headache and I got a sore throat and I got the chills, so I'm gonna go to urgent care. And I wanted to text him back and be like, all right, well, you either got a cold or a flu or you got COVID. Like one of the three probably.
Yeah.
Like I self-diagnosed you right there. I'm like, all right, whatever. Let me know what they say. So he comes back and he texts me back like 8 o'clock at night and says, yeah, I got COVID. I got a 102.3 degree temp. And then here's my doctor's note. Well, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what your doctor's note says because you know as well as I do. Look, your civilian doctor shit don't mean a goddamn thing in the fucking military. And the doctor's note
Nope.
literally said, please excuse so and so from any
It
military
sounds
duty.
like fucking like a doctor that you get to get out of school.
Exactly. Literally, he told the doctor saying, "Hey, I got drill this weekend. Can you make it so I don't have to do
I don't
any?"
want to go to drill, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just like, first of all, she's not a military doctor. She doesn't get to determine if you come to fucking the guard or not. She can send you a thing that you can send to your employer at your regular
Right.
job, but that's why we have doctors in the military and we have fucking sick call. You come to fucking here, you go to sick call, then you get looked at, right? So I said, all right, you need to come to fucking come to work regardless. And wear a mask, keep your distance, and then we'll more likely release you early on Saturday, and you'll probably won't have to show up Saturday. More like show your face, show that you give a fuck. We'll get you checked out, and then we'll send you home. Type of shit, you know? And this kid proceeds to go on and on about how do you expect me to drive an hour and a half to go sit when I can barely make it to the, and he said this 3 or 4 times, when I can barely make it 10 feet to the bathroom without being exhausted. And I'm just like, oh my God, you are dying. How are you going to survive? Like, boo hoo, poor me. He kept saying, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I can barely make it to the bathroom 10 feet without being exhausted. Well, I don't give a fuck, brother. Like, you signed a fucking contract. Like, come to the fucking guard. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally 1 week in a
You
month.
just got to show up.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee every single person in this fucking chat and every single person that's watching this shit, um, um, has gone to work at some point sick. Like,
Yep.
if your boss tells you, "Hey, you got to show up," you're like, "Hey, I'm pretty fucking sick," and they're like, "I don't care. Like, you need to show up. Like, we'll probably release you early and all this shit." You show up because if you don't, you're probably gonna get fucking fired, right? Like, that's just how the world works. Like, it sucks, right, when you get sick and you have to work, but it is what it is. It's part of life. Um, that's what I told him, and he texted me the next morning, and because he never responded, texted me the next morning at like 5:30. I'm heading to the drill, and he says, "Yeah, I'm still not feeling that well, Sarn, so I'm not going to be coming in today." It's like,
No.
do
Oh,
you
you're
think you
not
get
going to
a
be coming in
fucking
today.
choice, buddy? Like,
Oh, you just get to fucking do whatever you want now, huh?
yeah, I was like, you think you get a fucking choice? Like, no shot. And so I start texting him back, doesn't respond. My platoon sergeant, who was also a former 175 guy, um, starts calling him. He's not answering. So he starts blowing up his fucking phone. Like 6 hours later, he starts responding. He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't ignoring you. Like I was asleep. Why the fuck are you asleep? Like whatever."
Yeah. What the fuck?
Start going in on this kid, like ripping him a new one. I'm pretty much telling him like you have no pride in yourself. Like you're literally AWOL, blah blah blah, all this other shit. Well, I found out that because I went to the acting first sergeant here in Rudy, and I literally said, "What can I do to fuck this dude's career over? Like, so I can get him discharged? Because here's the thing, he gets out next month." I was like,
Hmm.
"What can I do to get this dude's benefits taken away, VA, all that shit taken away, and get him
Oh,
discharged
fuck, dude.
less than honorable?" Because I'm fucking over this kid. I said, I already submitted one AWOL packet. If I submit this other one, even though he gets out, like it should get approved, and then that can get him out as discharged with less than honorable. They're like, yeah. And they started looking up my AWOL packet that I pushed up and submitted, like never got pushed up. Like I don't it gone into the wind. So because of that, this would only be his first offense. And since he's getting out, like it wouldn't do anything. And I was like, and I was like, this motherfucker. And he's on profile for his broken foot. So the next day we go into it, whatever. Long story short, he comes up the next day, shows up to drill. And
You
yeah,
took him out back and you
my
fucking
platoon sergeant's
beat
like,
his
hey,
ass.
take him down into the fucking basement and deal with him and bring a fucking witness. Bring this guy so that way he can vouch for you. I was like, all right, well, I said, all right, all right, hold on. Well, I need to go talk to this guy. I need to go talk to the fucking readiness and see how quick about my promotion and orders and shit. He's like, all right. So he grabbed this other fucking E6 and took him down there. And I come down there probably like 15 minutes later. Dude sitting in a chair with his fucking crutches, holding up, fucking doing lifts, doing shoulder press with his fucking crutches, doing fucking holds out and all this shit, whatever. And like at the end of the day, dude, like I'm over this kid, but I just said, all right, put your fucking crutches down. I said, let me talk to you fucking man to man. And I was like, bro, because I swear to God, like the day before, like I never gotten to this point before, but I got to the point where I'm like, if you didn't have a fucking broken foot, like I straight up would fucking if you show up to work the next day, I would take you out back, I'd take off my fucking top, and I'd say we're fucking fighting. Like because I was so fucking pissed because of the amount of shit this kid's put me through.
Damn.
Um, but I was like, this kid gets out next month. Like, I'm not jeopardizing my fucking career for this kid. But I literally just want to fucking talk to this kid and let him know what the fuck's up. So I talked to him. I said, like, I pretty much told him, I was like, everything I did. And I was like, what, how was I in the wrong? Like, you didn't have a profile. He's like, no, like, sorry, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, do you realize, like, who you're gonna fuck the most when you file an IG complaint? He's like, well, it's gonna affect the commander and all that. So I said, no. I said, I'm gonna get the person that gets fucked the hardest. Like, even though I'm not gonna be in the wrong and I'm ultimately gonna win, like if you file a fucking IG complaint against me, I said it's gonna tarnish my reputation. It's the same. I said because you're fucking stupid. I said it's the same thing as someone in the civilian world. If a guy, hooks up with a chick and she's consenting and then ends up like the next day being like, oh, I don't want to do that. Files a
Yeah.
charge against him for rape, finds that he's not actually guilty, but all of a sudden that's lingering in his head that he was fucking accused of rape and he has to live with that for the rest of his year. Rest of his
Well, yeah, that literally ruins guys' fucking whole lives.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm
even
like,
if the shit comes out and like, yeah, I was lying, and the fucking case gets dropped, it still ruins dudes. Yeah.
yeah.
So
And the
same
fact that
shit.
you were going to file an IG complaint against me without knowing what it actually does, and the fact that it would affect me more than anyone else, even though I did nothing wrong. I literally was telling you that you had to come to work because you literally signed a fucking contract saying you would. Like, how the fuck am I in the wrong? And like went in on him and then told him like he pretty much apologized, told me like, yeah, like that's my bad. And I said, why the fuck also is your dad texting me telling me he's gonna file an IG complaint? I said, how little of a fucking man does that make you feel that your dad is fucking texting me because you're too fucking big of a bitch to fucking talk to me man to man? Like, are you shitting me? Like, as a fucking man, if my dad ever reached out or had to reach out to my boss because he was being too big of a hard ass or stuff on me, like, dude, you're a fucking dude. Like, grow the fuck up. You know?
Joe, if your dad had fucking texted me when I was your fucking like tab or team leader that I was smoking you too bad, bro, you'd fucking get the fucking worst fucking smoking of your life.
Oh yeah, what, dude? And like I said, like I when I got that at JRTC, I was all in. I was about to fucking go balls to the walls. But the only reason I didn't is because my fucking first sergeant commander was like, "Hey, we're gonna deal with this. Like, just let him be, leave him
Or
alone."
are you? Are
And
you though?
I was like, all right, but like, cause I ultimately didn't want to, at the end of the day, it's like a lot of these fucking shitbags are, people are gonna be shitbags no matter military, whatever, civilian life. And it was like I'm not gonna, especially in today's military, I'm not gonna, you know,
Yeah.
ruin a possibility of, my benefits or my rank or any type of shit and everything I've, worked for and stuff to get possibly in danger because
Yeah.
the kid wants to be a piece of shit. Like, go be a piece of shit. Fuck you. Like, I'm gonna do.
Whatever. Yeah. But I'm just gonna make sure that you fucking live with these fucking words. You won't
Yeah.
forget
But
these for the
I
rest of
pretty
your
much,
life.
I mean, yeah, and I told him at the end of the day, I said, if there's anything else that I can do as far as being a leader to you, I said, there's one piece of advice. I said, realize how lucky you are and that you're not going to get fucked here because they didn't pass up my fucking AWOL packets on you. But realize that you can't do this shit in the fucking real world. I said, because he's like 22. I was like, down the road, if you get a fucking wife and kids, right? Like at the end of the day, and whatever people's beliefs are now, right? I kind of believe in a more traditional lifestyle, right? But if you're the fucking man of the house, you're the last one that gets to go cry fucking wolf and boo hoo,
And
oh,
cry to your fucking dad.
yeah, like you're the fucking man of the house, right? You fucking have to ultimately suck the most, in my
Yep.
belief, right? And when shit goes wrong, when someone breaks in the house, who's the one they're gonna call?
When
Fucking
someone's
not
trying your
Ghostbusters.
fucking door
Yeah,
at
they're not gonna
fucking
call no
6:30 night.
yeah, they ain't gonna call no Ghostbusters. It's gonna be fucking you, buddy. You're gonna have to deal with it. And so I said, you don't get a fucking option to tell your boss that you're not gonna fucking show up because you're sick. Because guess what? You're gonna get fired, and then now you're not gonna have money. Now your kids are gonna be fucking hungry. Now you're gonna have enough money to pay for fucking mortgage, and it's gonna be all on your fucking wife, who's probably watching over the kids or some shit. So you don't get that option. You don't get to be a bitch in the fucking real world. So realize how lucky you fucking got because I was this close. I was this fucking close to getting your fucking shit discharged with less than honorable and all your fucking benefits, your GI Bill, your fucking VA benefits, all that. No, 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 no. Gone. just because you wanted to fucking fuck around and find out, but because they didn't push it up, like you got lucky as fuck. So
Yeah.
just so fucking pissed and that's why it's like that's why I'm getting out of the guard next year. Like I'm done with it because I went to the guard for one purpose or a couple purposes. Like I wanted an easier transition, but I also like I wanted to teach some fucking dudes like some shit. Like I wanted to teach them finance stuff. I wanted to teach them fucking
Ranger
army
shit, dude.
tactics. Yeah, like
Yeah.
like I knew that they were deploying this year, right? And so the past 2 years, I've been trying to teach them shit like, hey, things you should know for deployment, things you should pack, here, and then obviously teaching them the fucking army shit, squad, live fire, like all that shit. Trying to give them my knowledge. Obviously the Georgia Guard probably not going to go out on some fucking sick ass combat missions, clearing fucking buildings and stuff. But at the end of the day, like you never fucking know
You
what could
never know.
happen.
Yeah.
And so it's like I wanted to give them some insight and trying to give them some knowledge that I know that most of them haven't experienced because most of them haven't deployed or done anything, let alone. And when I come to it and all of a sudden I'm dealing with fucking shitbirds left and right that are just like not showing up to drill, no repercussions. People aren't passing PT tests. People are fucking getting DUIs. People are failing height weight fucking for 2 years and nothing's happening to them. Yeah, it's just put a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm just like, and I know like obviously they're squared away fucking soldiers for sure. But when you have so many fucking, bad eggs out of the batch, it just makes it hard to even give a fuck. So
Yeah.
uh
Oh.
wait, did I ever see DeAndre Morgan? How the fuck do I know
So
this?
he's from Minnesota. I think he was in the chats earlier. I think he was fucking commenting on a video of like a while ago. But he's in the fucking garden, Minnesota. He's wanting to go to fucking eco regiment. He's a brother.
Okay.
Um, Joe just fucking got his E6 promotion. It's happening. So,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, where the fuck oh yeah, I guess dude,
well,
right.
you got your fucking little
I had to
rink,
I had to get all this
little
shit. You know what I
Velcro
mean?
rink. Oh my god, dude, he's a staff
I had to get the
sausage.
I had to get the whole fucking staff
Damn,
because
who'd have thunk it?
I'm going to my stepbrother's wedding in Colorado in April. Yeah, in April. He's getting married at some national park. It's actually gonna be a pretty fucking cool wedding. We're gonna go like horseback riding the day after and go archery and fucking go driving
That's sick.
four-wheelers and shit up the mountains and stuff. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I said, because like any close family member, like I did with my sister, I wore my dress blues to the wedding. I was like, any close family member, I'm like, hey, do you want me to wear a normal tux? Do you want
Normal
me to wear my
suit,
dress
yeah.
blues? And he's like, yeah. He's like, if you want to wear your dress blues, that'd be sick. And I was like, all right.
All
And
right.
some friend or shit, I'm not wearing it, whatever. But like my sister and then my stepbrother, I'm like, all right, I'll wear it. So I got to get that shit fucking sewn
Yeah,
on.
you'd be all right.
But
Dude, fucking, you gotta go. You got fucking real world shit to attend to. So,
I pushed it to 9:15.
however, oh, 9:15. Oh, squared away.
Yeah, so we got 10 minutes. So
Cool. So, fucking everyone in the chat, though, I'm gonna probably buy my ticket fucking tonight, Joe. You said fucking Tuesday to fucking Monday,
yeah.
right? So I'm fucking going out to Georgia for fucking little bit of St. Patty's action, and we're gonna do a fucking in-person podcast with fucking Mr. VanHeel here. We'll probably do a little fucking walk around Savannah, maybe a little fucking
Well,
vlog
dude, we
action
gotta. So you're coming Tuesday, right?
coming Tuesday. That's the
Well,
that's the that's the goal. Tuesday to
well.
Monday.
Oh wait. I'll be on spring break. So never mind. I was just thinking, I'm like, well, shit. Tuesday, I got classes all the way up
No, you
until
don't.
8:30 p.m. I was
No, you
like,
don't.
so fuck.
You're on
Okay,
spring
so
break, bro.
so Tuesday. So I'll be down there Monday. I'll come pick you up Tuesday, or you get an Uber to my house. That'd probably be
One
easier.
of the one of the,
To
one of the
her
two.
house, and then I'll drive up to Dahlonega, and we'll do a fucking podcast at the Dahlonega house, or maybe if we get service, we'll do a
Or we
podcast.
just do a fucking vlog, dude. We just fucking film a couple of videos. I'll just bring my shit and we just go fuck around, like out in the
Well,
woods
we
or
can go
something, maybe.
hiking too, or some shit.
Oh, dude, I'd be
Go, hey,
down.
hey, hey, go skinwalker hunting,
Yo,
buddy.
skinwalker hunting, dude. I'll bring my fucking extra set of nods, bro.
Oh God.
I'll
Hey,
get
no, no,
fucking
no,
froggy with
no.
it.
We'll make a vlog of fucking with the fucking Ranger School students, dude.
Oh no, dude, because then they're gonna find that and be like, these motherfuckers. We'll get rolled up, bro.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, we'll at least do it. We'll do a sit down podcast. I'll probably fucking film just one full video of the trip. So fucking around Dahlonega, St. Patty's Day, all that good shit. Probably bumping in. If you're a fucking ranger and fucking 175 fucking private or whatever, I mean, I won't be mad if you fucking talk to me if you see me. I doubt that there's anyone in here in the chat that's there, but if you're gonna be in Savannah for St. Patty's Day, we're gonna be there. Fucking Lincoln. Um, yeah, it'll be sick, dude. It'll be
He
sick. I'm
said,
looking forward
I
to it.
expect to see guns, nods, and drunk feet pics from the boys.
I'm not sending no fucking feet pics, dude.
Look, hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The feet pic, all right? Well, it wasn't a pic, but it was a live stream of the fucking feet. Here's the deal. That's just not happening again. All right.
Yeah, unless you drop fucking $20 in the chat right now, you're not seeing Joey's feet.
First of all, do you think you get to determine a price on my fucking feet?
Oh, what's your price, then, Joe?
I don't know. I got some pretty fucking ugly ass feet, and that's just gonna be expensive to fucking
It's
see.
unique. It's
Yeah.
unique.
Also, let's go. I'll go back to the
Yeah,
wavy bar.
yeah,
How many
yeah.
guys in Regiment were juvenile delinquents? Oh, dude, listen.
I don't know, dude. I don't think there's that many.
Well, there wasn't many, but the ones that were extremes, aka motherfucking boat raiding,
Oh
Navy
yeah.
SEAL
Well,
fucking.
he wasn't a J like he wasn't a fucking JV delinquent before he joined.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fucking Captain fucking Jack Sparrow, dude. We've told that story before, I think. But he basically got drunk on River Street and he fucking jumped on someone's fucking privately owned boat. It wasn't like the Savannah fuck. It wasn't like the ferry or whatever. It was someone's fucking like yacht, like mini yacht or some shit. Broke into their fucking minibar and started fucking drinking. And he got rolled up. So I think
There's
he means like prior service or like prior to serving, like guys that went to fucking JV or juvie.
Yeah, there's also a question by JK. If you were to re-enlist again, would you go back to Regiment or would you take
Yes,
a different route?
immediately, yes. Like if I fucking got drafted right now for whatever reason, which I won't because I fucking did my 8 years of total time, I would fucking have to fucking pull some strings to get back to Regiment because there's no other fucking unit I want to serve with at the entry level. Obviously, if I had the re-enlist, I'd fucking do Regiment and then fucking stick around and do fucking Delta or at least try out. Um, Pretty
Uh,
sure it's the same for you, bro.
well, here's the thing. I wouldn't re-enlist
All
because
right, right.
I'm in a
But
different.
let's say you had to go back in at a fucking you got out and then they're like you have to serve again, but you get to pick your kind of contract. 18X,
I mean,
option
yeah, it
40,
actually be
option
chill.
4.
It'd be chill for me because I'd just go through rafts too.
That's true. Yeah, I'd have to go through Ask One again, but I'd be chilling because they'd be my
But
homies.
but also
The
like
cadre would be my boys.
it'd also be so hard because I didn't really do any team leader time as an E5 in Regiment, so I had no team leader time, and also
Yeah,
I'm
you'd
gonna
be
be.
fine.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
would definitely if another fucking war was popping off and I was gonna have to go somewhere, I definitely would go back to Regiment. Honestly, I would fucking take I'd take demotion. Honestly, if that was the case, I'd get demoted to fucking
dude,
E4.
I'll go be a fucking AG in the fucking regiment as a private. Like, even though I have a ranger tab, I'd rather do that shit before I'd go fucking anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd get demoted to whatever fucking rank I need to get demoted to as long as I can fill a slot somewhere, and I'd fucking do it. Like,
Yeah,
because honestly, at the end of the day, like the money isn't hugely significant, and if I could go to that unit, if we're gonna go over fucking seas and go to war and fucking go to combat, like I'd rather be a fucking private in Regiment than be a fucking E6 in some other fucking unit to an
dude,
extent.
fucking big facts, dude. Last question here, Wavy Bar. Did you guys see the third bat interview Jake Zweig did? I have not. I'll look into that. Sounds interesting. Um, I'll have to fucking look that up. I don't know who Jake Zweig is. It looks like he's a fucking YouTuber or something.
If any of you guys got any more questions, I got about 5 minutes and then I gotta go meet with or talk on a Zoom call with a bunch of my people.
Dude, just bring him on. Literally bring him on. I'll be right back. Talk shit to the chat, dude. Isaac says your feet aren't worth even 50 cents.
Yo,
Let him
that's
know what's
great.
up.
Isaac, that's fucking crazy, buddy, because my feet are worth fucking a shit ton more. I got fucking plantar warts. I have a fucking broken or had a broken toe. I've had probably 7 ingrown toenails on the same fucking toe. I've gotten Beetlejuice extract on that fucking shit, buddy. I got plantar fasciitis. I got some other fucking weird thing. It's called. It starts with a G gibberosh, something fucking shit. My fucking podiatrist says I got. I got some fucking gnarly ass feet, buddy. But yeah, if you guys got any more questions, for me specifically, go ahead and post it in the chat because I got about fucking 4 minutes before I gotta meet with the group for my fucking college. presentation shit that we're gonna talk about. So, um, yeah, fucking skull face emoji. Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, telling you these things are worth some fucking money. It's worth some fucking money. Oh yeah.
Dude, it wouldn't be a fucking Danger Ranger podcast if I don't have to piss at least twice, bro.
I know I've been holding in a
Fuck.
piss for about fucking
Oh shit.
yeah, buddy.
Dude, these fucking I got these good, they're like good company hard seltzers. Utah's fucking gay, so they're only 5%, unless I go to a liquor store. They're pretty good though. They got like fucking just nice flavors, like I'm drinking a peach one.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Matty W says, "Damn right as I get back, y'all are about to get off." Well, you've got a question. Hey,
Well,
chat.
yeah. Hey, Maddie, I'm gonna be on for a little bit longer. Joe's got to go, but I might stick around for just a little bit,
Yeah.
and just fucking shit talking bullshit with y'all. But
Morgan said I got auto promoted to E5. How much more is going to be expected of me going to regiment? Uh, like going into regiment as an E5 if you go through RASP, a lot more.
well, yeah, you're
To an
gonna have to go to
extent.
Ranger School right off the bat, so you're kind of fucked.
Yeah,
So you can go
but
to RASP as untabbed E5. I'm pretty
you're
sure.
not going to be expected as much of an E5, like if you're going into regiment as an E5 compared to someone who's already been and got promoted to an E5 in regiment, you're not going to be expected as much. You're going to be expected about as much as maybe a fucking tab, to an extent. Like, still be squared away, know your fucking shit, but also expected not to do stupid private fucking shit like fast rope with the gloves on the wrong side or filling up a
Put
fucking
water in the gas
or
can.
yeah, put water in gas can, but you're gonna be expected to be squared away, but you're not to be expected to lead a fucking more times than not expected to lead a fucking team during a fucking platoon live fire or some shit like that. Because you probably be what as a gun team leader at that point. They'll probably put you as something where you could still be in your E5 position slot, but you're not in charge of hardly anybody except for one or two people at most.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be all right, but have fun going to Ranger School right after RASP because I'm pretty sure that's what they do. If you're untabbed E5, is it like an 11 Bravo? Unless you're like if you're not 11 Bravo, I think you might be chilling. They might not send you right away. Not too sure how that works. But if you're trying to go to Eco, doesn't sound like you're 11 Bravo. But correct us if we're wrong. Um, yeah, you'd be all right. Fucking Matty W can't do anything fun in Utah.
Oh,
That
hey,
is true.
speaking of Utah, Mary
You coming
Catherine.
out? You coming out
Mary
to
Catherine
visit?
was telling me sometime in was it the summer? She wants to go to
Yeah,
Utah to go see her grandparents, which they live in Ogden. She said maybe try to set something up with
dude.
hanging out with you.
If you don't fucking come and stay with me at least one night, I'll be
Well,
very
no, I'd
offended.
obviously come and stay with you. It's just on whether
Yeah.
we end up going to Utah or not is the
Well,
thing.
yeah. If you guys come, yeah, fucking. I
I'll
mean, Ogden's like a
let's see how far is
man.
Ogden because isn't that on the
It's like
opposite
an
side?
hour. It's like a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on what part of Ogden they're in.
They're
But
like
it's close.
yeah, she
Like
said
it's
they're
a
like 30 minutes. Maybe I have this wrong. 30 minutes east or west, sorry, of Salt Lake City.
30 minutes west of Salt Lake. Okay, yeah. I mean, if
Maybe
they're well, Ogden's north of Salt Lake is the thing.
okay, maybe it's north then.
So it's 30 minutes north of Salt Lake. So yeah, it's about an hour probably then. So that's not even fucking far. It's a straight shot basically south. So I'm like right off the fucking I-15. So
Okay.
um,
Hey, I gotta go.
all right, brother. Fucking appreciate you. Hell yeah, brother. We'll do this again sometime soon. We'll get Shu back on. But thanks for coming on, Joe. Sharing your wisdom, sharing your stories.
No, no fucking wisdom, just me blabbing on or a degree in
Yapology, bro.
yapology. Yeah.
I mean, we both got it, dude. I fucking yap, dude. But that's kind of what podcasting is. But yep, I'll let you go. Good luck. And
Adios, brothers,
I'll
and
talk to you. I'll fucking text you after and fucking figure out these flights and shit. But
okay.
let's do it.
Sounds good. Well, I appreciate y'all listening and yeah, enjoy just listening to Zach rant for a little bit longer. I'll pray for you.
Good luck.
All right, see you guys.
See you, Joe.
See you.
Now it's just one. Sorry, boys. It's your boy. Freaking yeah, dude. Super pumped to go to fucking Georgia again. Haven't been out there for since about a year. Um, anyone that's still around fucking cares. My homie Ben, who was on the I think it was like episode 42 or something. for my Porter Rockwell lunch. And we're gonna do a fucking like sit down podcast as well in person. It won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded. So look forward. I think we might be trying to do that fucking either tomorrow or Saturday, and then it should drop early next week. And then anyone else that cares, I got fucking the fucking best way to support the podcast. Head over to fucking rockwell-designs.com. I got some fucking cool fucking t-shirts. We got a fucking Russian design here. Postoshok means it's like a toast you do like as you're like leaving a bar, like leaving someone's house. It's like one for the road. You do like, you know, one more shot of vodka before you fucking take off kind of thing. We threw a fucking RGD5 grenade on it. A couple more designs I'm cooking up here. And then I've got a few black AK chest rigs, and then I'm doing a pre-order for the green Ranger green chest rigs. So that is probably the best way to support the channel. If you like what we're doing here, I would like to do this full time. Obviously, we're working towards that as we're on Zoom. You know, ideally, perfect world, get some sponsors, be able to fly people out, do in-person podcasts in a legit fucking studio environment, because that's kind of where I want to be. That's kind of the direction I want to take this. So appreciate you all tuning in for tonight. Isaac, I know you fucking probably watched the whole damn thing, so appreciate it. Wavy Bar, you've been in here since the beginning. Matty W, if you're still here, appreciate it. And then DeAndre, fucking, hey, dude, fucking hop on that Ranger Blueprint, dude. It's well worth the money. Very much well worth it. So, yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go cook some fucking steak and go fuck around with my kit a little bit more, because I'm not completely satisfied with it. But once I am, and once I have my fucking pyrotechnics, my bangers, my fucking smoke, expect a updated kit video from me. The thing about kit, there's so many people talking about it, right? You have fucking Grand Thumb, my homie Blue Jean, you know, who else? Administrative Results, and you know, just really solid dudes that are out there doing stuff. And the kit debate could go on for fucking forever. And you know, it's very much mission dictates kit. However, there's this homie that I want to try and bring on the podcast, Night Fighter on Instagram. Night Fighter with, I think, like a 0 at the end or something. Mission dictates kit, but however, the fucking mission comes first. So, you know, you better have a kit that can do everything you need it to do, and then some, instead of just strictly building out a kit, because chances are in civilian capacity, your role is not going to be as specialized as it is when it comes to, you know, like Ranger Regiment. Like, all right, cool, we're going to fucking get off a helicopter, we're going to walk a little bit, hit a compound, and we're going to get back on a helicopter. Versus light infantry role, where it's like, hey, we're going to go out to the fucking, and we're going to be out patrolling for a while, so I got to carry more shit, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to kind of my training outside the military, and like kind of my philosophy towards kit. So yep. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna fucking bounce here. Matty W, Jonathan, hell yeah, dude, fucking get that shit in the gym. And Crime Company Nods giveaway. I didn't know they were doing one. I usually do the fucking so I got PVS 15s from this page called 9, like the number 9 minded. They do raffles every single Friday, and it's pretty solid odds. I think I spent maybe $200-300 for maybe $400 on tickets before I won my nods. So go check that shit out. And yeah. Appreciate y'all.